Well, hello and welcome, everybody. It's Saturday, and you know what that means. It's the Silly Shill Show with us, the Shills. Good to see everybody here. How y'all doing? So, by the title of our show, you're probably wondering, what the fuck are they up to tonight? Well, let me tell you. It just so happens to be Anti-Flatter and Dead Kennedy in Space is 1 year on YouTube, and we are gonna fuck their shit up. They have no idea I was about to say that either.
Nope. They're going to be fun.
So we're going to look at their first videos, and we're going to look at one of their newest videos, and we're going to rip the shit out of these two. We've got a couple of submissions from some good friends as well that we're going to play. So first off, let's go around the table and see what everybody really thinks about these guys. And we got a voice that you all haven't heard in a while. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the table, AB Science. How you doing, buddy?
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. How are you all on this fine and beautiful evening?
We're great. It's so good to have you back at the table, buddy.
Yes, it's great to be back. Unfortunately, been a very busy bunny over the past while. Busy kind of, walking around family stuff and Christmas and falling off cliffs, apparently. So, yeah.
That must be an interesting story, and I'm going to take you up on that in a bit here. So what do you think? Should we go easy or should we go hard on these guys tonight?
Fuck them.
That's a drink first. Jeez.
Come on, Dick. Don't go limp on me now. Give it hard. Give it hard.
All right. Well, somebody who's been giving it out pretty hard lately, especially last night there, Amy Hogan. How you doing, honey? What's happening? And what do you figure we should do with these fuckers tonight?
We've got to beat them up, beat the tire out of them. That's what we can do.
Hey.
Well, congratulations, guys, on making it for a whole year. That's awesome. That's really good.
It's hard to believe anybody wants to watch these two after a fucking year, but let's hear it from a guy who really knows. Logical Troglodyte, what do you think, buddy? How's it going?
Well, hey, I don't really think so much as I just kind of, never mind, you don't want to know that. That's a whole nother story. But I keep Kevin around because, hey, I'm a red-blooded American male. We all like a little head once in a while, so what the fuck, right? And Anti-Flatter, I'm still convinced that he's a CGI computer algorithm. I haven't really seen evidence of his real existence yet. And anybody who eats tin spaghetti on pizza with Marmite and pineapples cannot be a real human being anyway.
I like it. And a latecomer, but he got here just in time. Sarcastic Barman, welcome to the party, buddy. Tonight, we're ripping the shit out of Anti-Flatter and Dead Kennedy in Space for their 1 year anniversary on YouTube. What do you really think about these two guys? Don't hold back. Tell us how you feel, buddy. Fucking guy leaves me hanging. Are you kidding me? Kidding me?
I forgot to unmute Barman.
Hang on, can I be heard now?
Yes, you can.
I forgot to turn the power on from my mixer. So basically, we're having a normal night with the fucking weirdo who's a head in the jar who eats fish food and the fucking retard who eats fucking spaghetti on fucking pizza. So no different from normal then.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's the only one that caught it.
But, Barman, as a fellow person who enjoys the company of sheep, I would have thought you would have been a bit more nicer to me.
Yeah, the difference is, dude, I eat them, and you wonder why they taste so salty.
Hey.
I don't know. Between New Zealand and Wales, there's just a whole bunch of bad characters.
Says the Canadian.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Is your sister still your cousin, mate?
Yeah, well, pretty much, what we do is we remarry a different relative every year when we have the annual maple syrup on pineapple pizza celebration.
Yay, pineapple pizza.
Yeah, I like that too. So let's switch down to Steven. Let's check in with Steven Cup of Reason and see what he has to say about his fellow brethren here at the panel.
Well, I love them both, but damn, a wannabe Aussie and the weirdest goldfish who ever talked. Come on. on, man.
I fucking love it.
I don't know if anybody's noticed, but we brought out Kevin's actual preferred seat. He's on the throne tonight, so everybody. And if you look closely, there is a flush handle on the side of the jar.
Yay! Yeah, I can only just tell because Tati's fucked up the fucking background so much it just looks like a pixelated piece of anti-flatter crap.
So Barman's drinking. That's good to know.
Barman's been drinking since about 5 o'clock, mate, so don't worry about it.
All right. And how about good. Better than what you were drinking yesterday, for fuck's sakes.
Yeah.
Why don't we check in with Mr. Daddy Bogle and see if he would like to throw some slander and slang around at these two guys?
Well, these two guys, are you kidding me, man? A New Zealander and a Canadian. The fucking two countries that Scotland's populated by getting rid of all our sheep shaggers onto boats and fucking stripping them off to buggering nowhere to worry sheep somewhere else. And what can I say? New Zealand, my cap is doffed. My God, sir. See the wee suspenders and the stockings and stuff you get them. It's exquisite stuff, I have to say. Wow.
We take it very seriously over here.
I'm sorry, all I understood there was abadabadabada, haggis, abadabada, anti-flatter, abadabada, dildo, abadabada, head.
That's because you've been hanging in bloody freaky streams as opposed to the poker nights.
Oh, this is too funny.
It's going to be a good night.
I'm still waiting for the translation.
I got
What he was
nothing, man.
saying
I
is,
got nothing.
Anti-Flatter, I really respect everything that you do, and you're the best person I've ever met. And the rest of these fuckers on here are nothing more than jobby flavored fart lozenges.
Well, at least we now know who's taking copious amounts of drugs tonight. I think even Tati said that.
Oh, awesome. Now, before we continue, I do have to make an announcement here. We now have a room in the Shills Discord server for members and Patreons. So, but a few people that are listed as members and Patreons, we weren't able to find you in the list of the Shills server users, family members. So, if you're not in our Discord and you're a member or a Patreon, there is the invite link. I just dropped it in the chat right now. Go and make yourself known, because we have a new room. It's members and Patreons, and that's where you can show up. And then, if you're in there and we see you, we can go, hey, you want to join us for the last 20 minutes of the show or whatever? And boom, we can, get some shit going on. So remember to join that Discord, because we can hook up with you if you're not in there. Very important stuff.
Do you know what's really bad? I've lost 20 minutes and I thought it was only 20 past, and this is just us ripping the piss out of each other normally. I didn't realize we were live at this point. So, oh my God, this is going to get worse.
Oh, that's funny. It's like we've never done this before, folks. Don't worry, we'll get through somehow.
I'm drunk. I didn't realize the time. I thought it was 23:21, not 23:41. I blame dead Kennedy.
Absolutely.
All else fails, blame the head in the jar.
I
Hey,
think we
everyone
broke
loves a
the
bit
ladder
of jar
already.
normally.
Oh shit!
I think we've already broken flatter.
Yeah, no doubt. He's giggling like the school kid he actually is.
He's not a school kid. A school kid would provide he'd passed preschool. I wouldn't give him that much credit.
Yeah. Flatter citation needed that you're not still in school. I want to see a diploma.
Flatter,
He's
just go
upside
ahead and
down at
grab
the
your,
bottom of the world. The blood's rushing to his head.
Flatter, just grab your teddy bear and your paper sack. Breathe slowly. You're okay.
Never bringing my titties into this.
That's funny. And you can see he's not hiding his natural look anymore. His ears are not taped to his head. They're sticking out like the way they should be. You know, we've got the real anti-flatter at the table today, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Is
Hey,
that
Flatter,
because? Go on.
did you bring? Go ahead, Barman.
No, you go, mate. I said go on. Sorry, there's a delay.
Flatter, did you bring any of your dolls for show and tell for the rest of the class today?
Action figures. Action figures.
No, the dolls, buddy.
All I want to know is
Figures.
who managed to get the picture of Kevin at the day job.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I wonder if he gets mad or does he like it if somebody gives him a sneaky upper deck.
Terrible. I want to ask Anti-Flatter, do you take your action figures out of the box and play with them?
Well, they wouldn't be action figures otherwise. You have to.
So basically, you're a child who likes to play with dolls.
Action, you even said they were action figures.
Dude, NRFB, never removed from box. Otherwise,
There
they're
you
not
go.
collectibles. Then they're just
those are-
fucking toys for children.
Oh,
Exactly, they're toys. They're supposed to be pulled out. You're supposed to pull them out and play with them.
No.
We can do it again.
That's what my ex-wife said.
I'm not sure what you're doing in the park, but you don't pull things out and play with them because that's when you get arrested. So I'm loving how Kennedy's just sat there in the corner quietly saying, I'm not saying anything. I've not got hands. I can't pull anything out and play with it.
Don't worry, Kevin. We
Yeah,
see
that's
you
why I
over
don't
there.
come out of the jar.
Yeah,
That's right.
No dick, no
Come out of the
hand.
jar, I lose 50% of my value.
See, even the head in the jar gets it, Flatter. Just because you look like a Christmas elf reject.
Well, hey, what if Flatter actually just takes DK out of the jar and plays with him?
Then we have to charge an extra $5.99 a month, and we move our channel to Pornhub.
I like it.
Okay, so does anybody remember what we're supposed to do here? Oh yeah, right. We have we have Anti-Flatter's first video as a debunker.
Awesome.
Yeah.
No, we don't need to play this one.
Oh yes, we do.
Oh, yeah, we do. This shit is happening.
Crying out loud.
Yeah. So, years ago, in an upside down land called New Zealand, there was a small little man with big pointy ears named the Anti-Flatter, and he decided to step into the ring of the debunkers. Let's all travel back in time and see where it started. Diddly-doo, 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 diddly-doo. You know, come on. Isn't that Wayne's World, right? Diddly-doo.
Yes.
That's X-Files.
Leave it the dick to be diddling his due on live.
some things never change. Right,
So what do you? Yeah, let's do it.
I'm having a look at this and. Are you sure this is him, by the way?
Huh?
Does it look ugly and short?
Yeah, believe it or not, Teddy. That
Oh
is a
my
real
God.
video.
Oh my God! Why?
Holy.
I must admit, though, at least I'm wearing the T-shirt of a good band.
That's a fucking mug not even a mother could like. Jesus Christ.
That's the way he grew the beard.
Right? Focus on the
I just
T-shirt.
captured by that.
Integration.
It looks like he just sat down on one of Nathan's toys. Look at the look on his face.
I think it's one of his own toys. I've seen the pictures.
Ugly German Truth in the chat just said, Ugly German Truth in the chat just said, Nathan Oakley was ever that young?
Oh, yeah. So we hear Nathan speak?
Yeah, let's see what he's actually got to say, if
No, we
anything.
don't need to.
Kia ora. I am Anti-Flatter. And in the last
No,
couple
you're
of
not.
months, I've been getting more and more involved in the anti-flat Earth movement, and thought now's probably a good time for me to release some videos of my own.
No,
So without
now's a good time
further
for me to take
ado,
some cyanide pills.
let's cue the music and get into it.
Yeah.
I love that tune.
Hey, fuck yeah.
How
he
can
released
someone
something.
see this?
Oh,
but
aspect
believe in
ratio.
this
Come on.
and still think that are crazy.
Things haven't gotten much better.
Fucking amateur.
You see, corpuscular rays have been debunked by countless people. Fight the Flat
What is
Earth,
his fucking
Team
face?
Skeptic, Red's Rhetoric, Cool Hard Logic. That's just to name a few. You see, the light from the sun comes in at parallel. And as we know, parallel lines converge at the infinity, much like these train
Said
tracks.
it right the second time.
You know that the tracks are running parallel, and yet they still seem to converge. The exact same way
Tracks his
as
mother
the
put
light
him
from the
on to
sun
tell him
does.
to go and get a fucking job.
Just perspective.
Pause.
Hey. Pause. Completely stop it. Just. We don't need to carry on.
All I want to say is,
Oh, yeah, we do need to carry on.
Hey, at least the intro music was good.
Flatter, could you be any more boring if you took that dildo out your ass? Fuck my life. I've had more interesting conversations off my grandma. Fucking
Hey,
hell.
hey. No one asked you to play this video.
And what the hell is
No
a
one
para-
asked you to make this video.
And what the hell is a para L? Is that some kind of weird Kiwi commando or something? I don't know.
No, man,
Hey,
it's like
I
a pair of
guess-
L's, you know? It's like when a chick has got really slim legs, she's got a pair of L's.
Back in,
Oh, I
I
see, I see.
a bit too much, I think.
What is
let's-
the
let's-
aspect ratio? Come on. What's
Yeah,
it
I
with
know,
the
look
aspect
at that.
ratio? Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Hey.
He shot it in
All you
16 by
needed
10
was a
and he
black
went up to full
background.
cinema scope.
That's all. All you needed was a black background, and it would have been fine.
Yeah,
I love it.
well. Hey, at least the opening music was good. Integration, the best band ever.
I do love them. They're awesome.
Yeah, you can end that one on a good note. Now let's get on to Dead Kennedy in space.
Oh, no.
We're not done with you yet.
Oh, God, no. Let it roll, Teddy. This is gold, buddy. I can't believe he wasn't fucking smart enough to delete this shit.
Ever.
Next,
Oh, for crying out loud.
Halley's Comet travels at 157,838 miles per hour, and we're traveling around the sun at
Kevin's
67,000
thinking
miles
right
per hour.
now. But don't I have to
Well,
go
the
somewhere
sun
right
is
now?
traveling around space at 45,000 miles per hour. Why doesn't the sun have a tail?
Sun
Because
does have a tail.
the
it's a
tail of
monkey.
Halley's Comet isn't due to the fact that it's moving. It's actually
Can
because
we
the
bump
ice
this up to
particles are being
1.5 speed?
blown
You
off
might actually
it
sound interesting.
as it approaches the
3.5,
sun.
20.5, but just stop
Hence
it.
the reason why when it's completing its orbit
Actually,
and
yeah,
moving
put
away
it
from the sun,
1.5 speed, I'd
the
be more
tail would
amused.
appear to be in front
I
of it.
won't fall asleep and face
That's
When
not
you
sure
look
you
closely,
don't have
the
the
tail
tail.
is always pointing away from the sun. Got nothing to do
It's
with
like
its
being
speed.
spoke to by
Everything to do with the
Frankenstein's
fact that
stupid
the
cousin.
sun is blowing these ice particles off the comet itself.
Awfully long pauses.
Smoke on a moving surface behaves like this. Smoke
Thoughts?
on a stationary surface behaves
Is that
like
the
this.
passes his thoughts?
Okay, so we've got the train moving
Yeah,
at
pause
30
that for a
miles
minute.
per
Pause
hour.
that for a
with the
minute.
Yeah, it sounds like he's in the middle of dying. Do you hear the enthusiasm here?
Ladies and gentlemen of the live chat, if you want to actually create a YouTube channel, we're here to support you. And whether or not you indulge in any illicit substances, we are not here to judge. We will just recommend that you do not use them while you're recording said video.
At the roll. Oh shit.
Oh, what
See,
happened?
Dead
Did
Kennedy
somebody
spoke
flush
out,
your
which means-
did somebody flush your jar? What's up? You okay?
Sorry, man, I had to go.
Do you know who he reminds me of? Has anyone seen, obviously we've all seen Futurama. Do you remember the Planet of the Brain Balls? And they have Henry Kissinger? That's what that fucking video reminded me of, just a slowly monotonous tone to tell you about the balls that kept bouncing and then they bounce once and bounce twice. Like, fuck my life, mate. Take the dildo out your ass and get some life in yourself.
This is why everyone always gets a bit more exciting after they've had dick.
The problem is, you
No,
look
that-
like you were sat on a dick and you still looked unexcited.
Hey, when it doesn't touch the sides, it's not exciting.
When you look like a slag, if you got an ass that big, then don't worry about it, mate.
Hey, Flat Earth Aussie Jesus is here. Wow. You got somebody at your own intellectual level. Flatter, this should be good.
And, hey, Russ, Flat Earth Aussie Jesus, great question, and but we're here to have fun tonight, so stick around and have some laughs. Pop a beer. We'd be happy to laugh with you. If you want to have a debate night, contact us in the background. We'd be more than happy to set that up at your convenience.
Oh, absolutely.
I will point out, Flat Earth Aussie Jesus said he got blocked on here by a mod before. I don't know if that's true or not, because our mods, fair play, they're very good at not blocking people, unless they're racist twats or anything like that. But
I saw that message.
I don't know, so yeah.
I saw that message. He was saying that he unblocked someone. He was saying that. Yes, I think it was Glober Mom. He said he had unblocked someone that he had blocked earlier because he didn't forget mode.
I stand corrected then. I apologize. And yeah, cool. Oh, and he's just put in the chat there as well. No, I was saying I blocked him on. Yeah, no, fair enough, Aussie Jesus. My fault for misunderstanding, mate.
Yeah, okay, man. Oh, cool.
All right, shall we carry on with this?
Oh, please do.
You're right. We should start putting on Dick Canadian Space videos.
No. First, we can embarrass you a bit more, motherfucker.
No.
You know what?
What you should have done is
happy
you should have
that-
put on one of the videos with the boy. That would have been better. At least at least one of us would have been.
I don't want to hear no whining right now, John. You did this to yourself.
You know what?
You left it up.
The thing is,
for me, this is so sweet because what the guys didn't realize is that it's also 1 year for my channel.
Oh, not them.
Ooh,
You're
Friday.
And
This just became a roast of the organizers of the roast.
You just dug your own grave there, buddy.
I didn't organize shit.
No, you didn't.
I meant now we get to roast them for forgetting you.
Well, see,
yeah,
come
true.
on, guys. I
True.
mean, AB
True,
Science
you
is an important part of the team.
Gentlemen,
we'll get him.
me and Dick
Don't
organized this. Don't think that we have forgotten anybody in this room. We have a plan.
Oh yes.
To make sure we got enough time to make sure we got enough time for that plan to run, to its fruition. Maybe we should move on to Big Canadian Space.
No,
we're not done with you.
But if we're really going to wind up Dick and Logical Troglodyte, my first video on my channel came out 3 months ago from now as a year, so 15 months ago, so fuck you both.
That's right.
But it wasn't a debunk video and it was for very different circumstances, so I'll let them off.
See, that's different, Ken. That doesn't count.
These are little details that I pay attention to. Believe it or not, the Navy taught me well with the attention to detail.
Thank you. Though my sister's been over tonight, so we've been making stupid jokes because me and my sister have a really dark sense of humor. And we came to the decision that if we wanted to get away with anything, we blame my dead brother, because that's the sick sense of humor we have. Welcome to my world. I can get away with it, no one else can. Anyway, back to ripping up Flatter's ears.
Yes, please. I want to hear more of this, whatever the fuck this is.
We don't need to, you know that, right? I mean, it's all more of the same. We could just move on to Big Canadian Space.
Oh, we absolutely.
No. We absolutely don't need to. We fully understand that we do not need to do this, but it's fucking funny.
I'm feeling certain everything that I'm saying is wrong to go with it. So
this makes me think it gets worse. So let's play some more, please.
Oh yes, here we go.
But it doesn't get worse. I mean,
Smoke behind it, and it goes spinning in
That was the
1,000
sound
miles.
of Splatter actually
Perfect.
flying that dildo out very slowly.
Alright, so this one's actually pretty simple. So our atmosphere is moving at the same speed as our planet.
Simple.
The train, on the other hand, is moving at the speed of the planet, plus or minus 30 miles per hour. Therefore, the smoke will fall behind the train
Look how much he's
the
been
30
watching.
miles
He's
per hour.
so shy when he was little.
Now the geyser, on the other hand,
I was just
noticing that. Stationary.
It's the
It's
camera I
moving
was
at the same
using.
speed as our planet,
That's weird.
therefore the same speed as the atmosphere. So the
Is there
smoke
something on your
rising
top lip there, man?
will have a velocity of 0
Looks a wee bit
in
weird.
reference to the planet. It's
You've been
it's
drinking
simple.
milk or something?
If we really lived on a ball, you would know it.
Drinking chocolate milk.
Do live on a ball, and guess what? I really know it.
Yeah.
But what I think this meme is getting at is that light reflecting off the water you can see from the sun.
Gotta make this worthwhile.
And this is an effect
Motherfucker,
known
that hurt.
as sun scatter. And that's when the angle of the sun to the observer gets low enough that the parallel lines from the sun can reflect off the water, giving you that effect. As you would note, anywhere you walk along that beach, that light's going to follow
Yeah, I
you.
think surprised yourself, man.
That's indicative not of a smaller local sun,
I fell
but of a
asleep. Is
sun
this dumb fuck still
150
talking?
million kilometers away. Now to answer your question at the bottom. If no one had told you it's a ball, what would you believe? Well, I think that is a complete and total cop-out. Why do you have to be told? Can't use all apparently free thinkers. Flat-outs think that they're chasing the truth. So go out there, experiment, observe, explain. Conduct
Experimenting
little
is
light
fun.
experiments like Jeranism did. You may find your results just as interesting. Well, that's all I've got time for today. Hey, look, thank you so much
Thank
for making it to the
fucking
end. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you really liked it, chuck in a subscription. Leave me a comment. Even so, if you're a flathead and you've got something to say, by all means, chuck your comment in there. If you've got a video you want me to review or look at, again, chuck it in. I will ask one thing though. You'll see a link in the description. It is to the Integratia Bandcamp. They're an absolutely fantastic band here in New Zealand. No, this isn't a paid commercial, but they were kind enough to provide me with a shirt for today. Please check them out. And until next time, catch you soon.
Flatter, you're
At least the music was good. Huh?
Oh yeah.
It's like, God damn, Flatter, I've heard military drones that have more oomph to their voices and more energy in what, their sounds that they're making than that was. What the hell, dude? You sounded like a bumblebee.
I was trying to sound as bad as possible so that when people listen to Integratia, they sound even better.
But everybody's got to start somewhere, and you've grown up so well. Our little baby is almost ready to leave the nest.
Let me just jump in here quick, guys. Elia Moon has joined us, the newest shill, and be joining our team. Hello, Elia. How you doing? Thank you for joining us.
Hello.
Hi. Hello. How is everyone?
How's it going?
It's good.
You ready to
Just
make fun
got
of these
home.
guys with us?
Yeah. My belly is full and I'm drinking a Long Island iced tea. Let's do it.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect combination. and one of our biggest supporters and greatest friends of the channel, Glover Chris, has joined us. Glover Chris, how you doing? buddy?
Oh, Chris, my man.
Chris.
My man.
Why would we let Chris in here?
Because he's better than you.
Oh, he just dropped out too. He's having issues. Glover Chris can't technology. So what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
really
Oh, here
cool.
he's back.
Maybe.
Hello.
Here. He's like a goddamn whack-a-mole. What the fuck?
There he is.
Aye.
How's it
Good
going,
evening,
Chris?
All good. Got me some beer, so I'm all fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to open
Right
another
on. Right on. Awesome. So, Andy Flatter, that was horrible.
Well, I tried to tell you it was.
I've been to your video and I've left you a lovely comment. Would you like me to read it you?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking hell, that was shit. Glad your new videos don't suck balls like you suck balls. Because, oh my god, dude, could you be any more boring? I felt like I was going to face front my fucking counter 3 fucking times. Jesus fucking Christ. I understand now why you bought a dildo and fucking anal beads, because you got to have something to keep you awake while you're making fucking videos. Christ alight.
Jesus,
Hey,
guys, I'm not feeling so well. I'm not feeling so well. I might have to go before we get to my video.
No.
No way. No way.
No escaping.
We got to get to Amy. Oh, sorry, Amy. We got to get to Amy here. She's been dying to get in.
Yeah, I've got some good comments here. They're real good. My mom bakes cakes has a good question. She goes, "Hey, if it's an action figure, if you don't move it, how then is it an action figure?" Which is a good question. That's a good conundrum. It is.
Like, you play with them and you fight with each other and you make like big battle scenes and stuff.
Oh, I see.
And
Okay.
Lack of interest.
We actually have video evidence that Andy Flatter plays with dolls, and when he mirrored that Penguin Panic, there was that scene.
There was. And then Ugly German Truth says, by the way, the DKIS caricature is spot on. Finally, AB Science has something you can point to. Usually he's just pointing at the Shills logo over the main screen or something. And then quit asking me to sprinkle them titties. Says my childhood cat didn't have a tail. Globe confirmed. And then
I'm sorry, Amy. Who was that last comment from?
A guy that had a pussy that he couldn't get tail from.
Quit asking me to sprinkle them titties. And then Site Shovel says this is bad. Z-Postate says proper ouch, Anti-Flatter. Linda Bertelson says Linda Bertelson says you can use jugs while recording the video, you just can't videotape it. And then Colon says thank God Flatter learned to act and dress up.
Yeah. See, I'm taking no responsibility for that. I'm blaming the shows. These are all put through hell because of the shows.
Nah, you can't blame us for nothing. You've been dressing up for years. We all know the truth. We've seen the pictures.
Yes, well, there's a certain show that wants the character Yura to keep coming out for some reason.
Now, I was thinking,
because she's more interesting than you.
I was thinking now, guys, since we've seen where Anti-Flatter started, why don't we kick in one of the newer videos? And in this video, I want everybody to keep in mind that he also is secretly letting his true self out. Like, we have got it figured now. We know who he is. So, Chatty, are we ready with the second
you said
one?
that you would never let that video go. I didn't know the recording, man. I needed the money.
Yeah, you're a bad dude.
Oh yeah, we're ready. Don't you worry about that, man. Shall we let it roll?
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Okay.
Do it now.
Fantastic. Here we go.
And shut up, barman.
No.
Oh, God. I apologize, everyone.
October 1946, White Sands Missile Range, New Mexico, and a group of American scientists launched and captured German B-2 rocket 105 kilometers into the air and captured this, the first images of Earth taken from space.
Looks fucking straight to me.
Was this mission purely scientific in nature, or did it have a more
Andy Flatter learned how to use his editing app. That was good. Look at that fade in,
2019, Upper Hutt, Wellington, New Zealand, and local resident James McDumbface makes a startling discovery.
So one day while I was just walking in the backyard, I was kicking the grass like you do, and I came across this weird looking rock, and I picked it up, and I thought, oh, this one's a bit strange. I gotta look into this a bit more. And I noticed on it, it had some weird markings. It didn't quite look natural to me. So I took it into my shed, and naturally the first thing I did was I bashed it with my hammer, and it didn't break. Nothing I did could damage this thing.
Could the Upper Hutt stone be proof
But just because you're
alien
weak.
visits on Earth? According to ancient astronaut theorists, the answer is definite.
And when you look at the
Nah, pause. Now, I'm stretching my memory back, but I believe we did the actual video for this as one of our first Shills video with an ancient aliens and the guy found a fucking weird rock.
I'm
amused. Did Flatter do this video afterwards? Has he got no fucking sense of creativity? Has he got to copy what we do here? I really hope that's the case, because if it's the other way around at this point, I'll feel like a twat.
By the way, I like how your the outfit you're wearing there is the same outfit you used for your Nathan Oakley impression on my Justice Pick.
This is once again evidence. This is once again evidence that Anti-Flatter got stoned.
You're gonna say it's further evidence that
Get it?
I thought you were going to say it's further evidence that Anti-Flatter is Nathan Oakley.
Oh shit!
Shots fired.
Linda Bertelson loves the image on the rock. She thinks that's really funny.
I think so.
Funny. I'm playing with it now.
I do too.
But it is an image.
And Zipostate says, I don't think we pronounce it shid.
Yeah, we call that here in the lair the Dawson Stone.
That's right.
Oh, I love it. I love it. And you can see his true inner conspiracy not coming out here. He's not actually acting, folks. What he's doing is giving you a window into his life. This is really good stuff.
Well, I do have the Upper Hutt Stone sitting on my mantelpiece, so...
You see? I mean, pretty soon him and Sukalos are going to be going out for beers.
Well, once the alien mothership comes back.
Oh dear, man. It's just amazing. That is just amazing. I mean, of all the glyphs that's out there for you to find, I wonder why and how you found it was, shall we say, meeting two?
What?
Anybody?
I think he said if we want to see some more. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, I'd love to see some more.
Yeah, we want to see more.
Yeah.
Oh, you'll need to hang 2 seconds.
Oh yeah, we got a new. Kennedy joined. How did that happen? You're not getting away from this.
I switched from my phone to my computer. I knew you fuckers were gonna say that.
There is no escape.
What the fucking...
They're coming to get you.
Yeah.
Honestly, that thing makes me shit myself every time.
Stephen Cup, you want to handle that for us, brother?
Yeah, sure. Let me just scroll that back down here, and
Perfect.
we got a. I don't know what currency that is.
South Korean.
Oh, South Korean. Okay, 10,000, whatever it is. I'm sorry, I don't know my currencies that well. From Quisa. Hi, got to get back to modding on STV's channel, but figured I'd throw a bit of sport here.
Sure.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Well,
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kuisa. And for anybody that doesn't know, the South Korean currency is known as the won. So this flies in the face of the idea there can only be one.
There you go. Thank you, Kuisa.
Hey, and we have somebody joining us, a very special friend of the channel. I'm wondering if I'm going to screw this up. Piperit or Piperit? Fuck.
Pip.
Yeah, Pip.
Hi, Pip.
Yeah, that's easier. Hey,
Hello.
Welcome, Pip.
to the show. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Oh, good. This is
thank
turning
you,
into
man.
a right proper party. I like it.
I've got a translator.
This is awesome.
Thank Christ you're
Yeah,
here.
I'm just here to translate for Tati.
Oh, thank the gods.
Oh, we appreciate that.
Came just
And
in
who's going to
time.
translate from you?
Excuse me, I talk very posh Scottish.
Yeah, I understand you, no problem. Absolutely clear. No, I mean it actually.
I completely
I know.
understand her.
Well, we
I
have,
love her little accent, but every time she speaks, I want to reach in my pocket and hand her a cracker.
Hey, let's let Kevin, our guest of honor, or one of them, do this super chat. Kevin?
Yeah.
Sure, absolutely. That was John Rapp for Australian 5. He donated at least once to my stream earlier today as well. So, John, you are the man. We really appreciate that.
Yeah, done, John. Thank you, John.
He said, "G'day, shills. Have I got rocks in my head now? Sheesh." And really, he's so interested, he takes a hammer to it. And have at him, Laser Brain.
John always has the best comments. I love that guy.
Thank you so much, John.
All right.
I
Well,
was
let's
just
see.
say, can I just say, sorry. Hello, Amy.
Please go ahead.
Hi, Amy.
Hello, hi, Barrett. How are you?
I'm good. I'm learning to play poker, so I'll be there on Sunday.
Yay, poker.
Yay!
I'll make it one of those streams.
Yeah.
Sunday.
Yeah, it's always bad time for me. I gotta figure it out somehow.
I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'll try.
We can do more poker.
I'll try.
None of us have an idea what goes on in poker.
Okay.
We just press buttons and we just go, yeah.
Meanwhile, Flatter's over there in the corner saying, "Oh, good, they forgot about me." No, we haven't.
We gotta get my ugly mug off the bloody view stream.
Hell.
Oh, you do that? Oh, no, that's easy enough.
Blue Earth thing is gonna kill us if we don't keep the video going. We better go.
Yes, he wants us to keep going, please.
Come here.
Oh, yeah.
Age and weird markings. It absolutely is extraterrestrial. I took it down to a buddy of mine who's an accountant at his place that's just down the road from a scientist's area. He confirmed that this rock is over a bajillion years old. Now, I don't know what a bajillion-year-old rock was doing in my backyard, but, you know, it's not natural. So, if you were an advanced civilization and you're trying to send this message to a more primitive culture, you would do so by sending the tools that they know. Small rocks in people's backyards with pictures of these rockets on it is the way they would do it. And it is clearly extraterrestrial in nature. And the more I looked into it, and I was holding the rock and I could feel this energy. And when I put it in the oven at 180 degrees Celsius for 20 minutes and I was touching the rock, it was hot to touch, and I mean scoldering hot. So, I mean, I'm no rock expert, but when you put a rock in an oven and turn it on, I don't know if it's supposed to heat up like that. Science at our current level, of course, cannot explain everything that is happening in the cosmos.
Holy crap, dandruff much?
Strange powers and unworldly markings. This stone certainly has the telltale signs of an extraterrestrial visit in our distant past.
I know a lot of people will be skeptical about this, saying, you know, there's no way that I could have found this bajillion-year-old rock. But I tell you, it's clear as me to you now, that rock is real, and that rock has special out-of-this-world.
And it's died.
Oh no, what happened?
Properties.
I think I broke the internet.
Yeah, Flatter broke the internet.
Flatter broke the internet.
Well, yeah, let me just fill in the blanks there. He was going to go on about how when the rock is inserted in the rectum, it gives you a most pleasurable feeling.
It does. I mean, especially after you've chucked it in the oven for a bit. It's just
we can't stop here. We're gonna miss the hours and hours and hours of experimentation that Flatter did with that rock and his ass.
You're
not getting away from this.
On a different channel.
I've got good news. I've hit the computer a wee bit with a hammer.
Yeah.
I think we're good to go.
Cognitive readjustment. Good. Let's go.
Absolutely.
Must have been a
How much more?
Daddy's ready, guys. Daddy's ready. Hold on. Daddy's ready.
Yep. We're down to 12 in the live chat. Hopefully
I won't
they
save
will
my
come
tune
back.
anymore. Chris,
Yeah, it'll give.
you and I have been saying.
It'll give a notification again when it gets back in. Okay.
Oh, it looks
sorry.
like we're back.
Hello?
Here we go. We could
Sorry.
be back. Should be back.
You're back.
Oh yeah.
Yay!
Go. And sorry, folks, you missed the last of all the anti-flatter stuff, so we moved on to Dead Kennedy in Space.
No, not a chance. Yeah.
I don't care if this shit takes till midnight my time. We're going to get through all of this roast.
Yes, exactly.
I agree. And we should really roast Dead Kennedy in Space.
Oh no, we ain't quite done with you yet.
Yeah, we're not done with you yet.
We're gonna have a proper Aussie Barbie.
Gravy.
All right. Well, it looks like we're good to go. So let's see. Flatter was talking about sticking rocks in warm places or something. Are we queued up, Jackie? Can we...
Yeah, I'm gonna need more beer.
Yeah.
That's not what your wife meant when she asked if you were hard yet.
I love it.
You do have to remember, and this is a cool anthropological fact. One of the oldest human artifacts we have found is actually a dildo.
No way.
Why not? The oldest profession.
Citation, proof. Come on.
Huh?
We got a bajillion-year-old rock with one on
erotic. Huh?
We want to see it.
You want
to try
some
it, you mean?
dildos?
No, I
if you want
try
to see
it. I
some
want to
dildos,
see it.
there is there's a website, and you can go there and you can enter certain search terms, and then you'll see some dildos, and you'll have some excellent demonstrations as to how they're used.
That's like us when we found those
I have
clones.
posted the link for the oldest dildo ever found in chat now, and it's 28,000 years old.
Click.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, there's actually a dildo museum
clicking.
somewhere.
There's one in Amsterdam.
No.
Yeah, that figures.
Oh, come on.
20 centimeters.
Mr. Barnes.
That's big.
We got a good portion of the viewers back so far, so we'll give everybody like another minute, and then we'll continue with the end of Flatter's little.
You're right. We should continue with Dead Kennedy in Space.
We'll keep talking about making dildos highbrow.
No, more flatter.
Well, you can get those cloner willies. Me and Dick found them that time.
What?
Yeah, but
What would Dick's willing?
So, if anyone's familiar with the band Rammstein, you've
Yes. Oh, my
Of
daughter
course.
loves that. Yeah.
But they had their album Liebe ist für alle da, and they had a special release of that where they actually made the Cloner Willy dildos, and if you bought the special edition of it, you got a dildo, you got 6 dildos molded after each band member.
Oh, Jesus.
Now I know why my daughter goes to see Rammstein every time they're playing. Yeah. Oopsie
I like in the.
We've got new Shields merchandise coming out soon.
Yeah.
Well, what is that? A flatter?
You'll get to enjoy the all 3 inches of mine and flappers.
Yeah. The signatures are small, but they know what they're doing.
Dark Knight Apologetics in the chat. This is a weird stream.
Oh yeah.
It is.
You just now noticed this,
weird.
What we're doing, what the live chat don't understand is this is what happens behind the scenes. We just forgot we were alive.
To be fair, I did forget we were live.
most of the time, what happens behind the scenes, it's just us sharing gifs of natural formations which look like vaginas squirting.
And penises.
Oh, we saw one this morning on the Aussie Perspective. We had a vagina.
A vajazzle?
Yeah. Oh my, we did. And nobody could speak about it. They were all going, huh? That looks like little bits.
And this, folks, is how they won me over. Considering I am not a content creator, this is how they won me over.
Yeah. I have to ask, though, Kennedy, what were you doing on the Aussie Perspective this morning?
That's funny.
Oh, the early one with Slick, with Yum and Slick, and Professor Phil.
Nice.
I think that was quite something.
Well, I think it's time to get back to the video. I think we've got enough people back, and we better get to it. I know Blue Earth thing is going to kill us if we don't. Am I deja vu here? What's going on here?
Have to. I mean,
57.
Oh yes, we do. We're not done with you yet, punk. Let's do it, Daddy.
Current level, of course, cannot explain everything that is happening in the cosmos.
Yeah, no doubt.
I was going to say I can't hear him.
Strange how.
I hope the stream can hear him.
Stream can hear him, yeah.
Oh, it's all right then. Doesn't matter then.
An unworldly marking.
Well, it doesn't
This
because he's not
stone
going to be any more
certainly
interesting
has
without the
the
volume
telltale
on, is he, really?
signs
Let's be fair.
of an extraterrestrial visit.
How much Brill cream
at
does it take to
distant
make a
past.
person's hair look like that? Did you see that?
I know a lot of people skeptical about this, and there's no way that I could have found this bajillion-year-old rock. But I tell you, it's clear as me to you now that rock is real, and that rock has special out-of-this-world properties. I mean, how much more proof
maybe we should
do
pause
you
until we get
need?
the audio back.
Yeah, we can't hear him there, Taddy.
Yeah, because there's something coming up. We're going to need to actually hear the audio too.
Yeah, well, it's sending to the it's sending to the stream. There's nothing showing is wrong in this end.
You're muted on meats on the Shills cam.
Oh, you're fucking kidding me.
Yeah, just those simple things.
Ever done this before, Daddy?
Why the?
That's funny.
I'm always
It's
fucking
because you
set up,
rejoined.
that's
All right.
It's the first time Taddy's ever joined at the end of a stream because he always starts the mute, right? He's never had that mute issue before.
Right. Oh, fucking dry rice, you bastards.
More cock rock.
Is the Upper Hut Stone proof of an alien visit in our distant past? Or just another mystery yet to be solved?
Whew. Oh, that is definitely time to relax after that one. So, see what's on the TV, shall we?
Are you often confused by silly conspiracies?
washing.
Did you wake up one day,
Look, it's his hero.
look outside and decide, yes, the world might be flat? Did you go to your doctors and decide that their years of medical training amounts to nothing?
His girlfriend.
Because you have Googled. Well, good news. Today we want to cure you of your stupid with a steaming cup of reason. This YouTube channel is dedicated to debunking the stupidest conspiracies, mocking the flat earthers, and creating an absolute shit fight to the anti-vaxxers. And if a steaming cup of reason isn't enough for you, and you want some logic mixed into it, the Logical Troglodyte and Steaming Cup of Reason will announce their new channel of Logic and Reason. Both guaranteed to rid you of any stupid ideas you may possibly
See
have.
those action figures? My Altair and my dinosaur, my bumblebee in the background.
See, this is why Logic made us hear the audio. Oh, there's something you're going to want to hear. And he's just stroking his own fucking back.
Oh, no, it wasn't on this video. Trust me. There's something else.
No,
Okay.
what video? What the fuck are you on about?
Yeah, we all know I'm not a self-serving son of a bitch. I would never show myself.
No, we all know that. It's just the viewers don't. But you were close. Good try.
Now, I've discovered a couple of mysteries in this video. He's saying the only mystery about this rock. No, the mystery is, 1, how have you got 710 subscribers? 2, where was your carer when you decided to make this video? And 3, how did YouTube let someone like you have a channel?
I can't remember the questions, but the last one.
Exactly.
Oh, my carer. Oh, Kara. I know where the carer was.
Well, let's give
a room that has a red door and lots of fun toys in it.
Yeah, let's give credit where credit is due. Flatter has come a long way in making his videos. His play acting has gotten to be very, very good. So we all know that playing with dolls actually improves something.
Action figures.
Well, we better get Amy in here because the chat wants to slay him some too.
Damn it, chat.
Yeah, we do. Quit asking me to sprinkle them titties says, why does that rock have a picture of Dick Dawson on it?
Bit big for Dick.
The Bertelson says this video was funnier than the first one. Dark Knight Apologetics says, always reaching new lows on this stream. And then Blue Marble Science says, oh, cool, shildos.
I like it. Shildos. Absolutely.
That's awesome. A new t-shirt coming up.
New merch coming up, you mean? Not just t-shirts.
Yes, exactly.
You know, that could actually be a thing. We can actually make a line of dildos where on one side it looks like a penis and on the other side it looks like our avatars.
I want my avatar right on the bulbous tip. Right there. Just fucking staring you down.
Well, if it's life size, who's going to tell it's your face?
Me at the same time.
AB, you're so
rude. Man.
We can put them on the shelf right next to Dick's lollipops.
Yeah, but can you imagine? Nathan might buy me and take me home. I would be stuffed into the dark hole of death.
Whoa. I saw the girl in that video. I wouldn't mind being stuffed in her dark hole.
I meant his, though. Oh.
Well, yeah, I try to ignore that fact.
Yeah, where your mind is going is not up to us.
Hey, Amy, you're going to have to read out that text from Brainy Beaver. That was good.
Oh, okay. I'll try to find it.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's stuck.
Hell no.
You guys will need to figure something out. Yeah. Brainy Beaver says, you guys will need to figure something out for Kiri. Maybe you can work out a deal with Fleshlight.
I'm sorry, Kiri.
We love you, Kiri.
Yeah, I hope she doesn't listen back to this one.
I know. Well, it's okay. I'm going to get myself.
Like you don't think that we are going to report back to Kiri straight away?
I sure hope not. I am not going to tell her I'm on this stream.
Oh, we will.
Too late. Plans.
Yep. I'm going to need more alcohol. Where the fuck is this shit?
Yeah, Kiri is here. You have to remember, Kiri is actually here. You got to remember because, the technology just fucked up. So there's clear evidence that Kiri is here.
Yeah. Oh,
you are doomed.
It doesn't fuck up. It's going to be Kiri's fault.
It
is. Hashtag Kiri's fault. It's always Kiri's fault.
Chris is in so much trouble.
Always.
You're gonna get it. Ooh.
It's always
Mr. Taddy.
It's not Kiri, it's Taddy.
Hey. Taddy, speaking of which, why don't we throw Blue Earth Things video up?
Ooh.
Blue Earth sounds like a much better idea.
Let's throw up Blue's video, and then we can get onto that fucking head in a jar.
I would love to. I would absolutely fucking love to.
All right.
Right issue. Has anyone watched the fucking video? Because I don't
know.
So,
Yes, you do.
Question is, are we roasting this video or?
No, he's roasting.
Yeah, I reached out into the community and asked for little video clips, and Blue Earth Thing actually answered the call.
Oh, motherfucker! Now I get that. Oh man, I'm having.
Did you guys miss the part where Taddy said he doesn't have it?
Yes, that's where we're getting to.
Yeah.
Who's got the video to send to Taddy? What a
Hannah.
clusterfuck! You swear to God, we've never done this before. What the fuck?
This is what happens when you try to roast me. The gods just won't let it happen.
Oh no, the roasting you part is done. They're not clearly allowed that to happen.
It's on G Drive, right? Logical. You could send a link over to Taddy, could you not?
If it's on G Drive, I can probably sign in and rip it off.
Yeah.
I'm looking for it in my PMs from Blue Earth Thing here real quick. Shit.
I'm looking up because I think you might have sent me something.
Yeah, I did send you a copy of it, and you were supposed to handle it, but you were too busy handling other things, apparently.
Well, I'm scrolling through to see. I can't find it at the moment either.
Shit, I'm not finding. God damn.
Yeah.
Now we might need to move on to Dead Kennedy in space.
Yeah. Give us some Kennedy.
Well, Taddy, do you happen to have the other video, or are you lost in the dark on both of them?
Hang on.
I didn't even know there was one. Never mind.
Okay. Check my Gmail here. I think he might have actually emailed it rather than G Drive it to me.
This is what I was saying to you earlier on, Dick, with no one sent me anything.
I thought that they were done, and you just meant like the videos we were doing, like the ones we just did. So yeah, oops.
Yeah.
Blair thinks
I resent it. Yeah.
Yeah, I found the URL to it, and I'm PMing it over to Teddy as we speak. Hopefully he can grab that off of that. And
2 minutes, man.
And here's this button, and do that, and this thing goes there, and boom, you got it.
We should get the other one resent as well, right?
Yeah, to do the thing immediately.
Yeah, the prostate wants to know if he needs to resend his.
Probably would.
Was that right? Is it? No, I'm just making my list now. Be checking it twice.
You know, if I'm just gonna, take on the role here of the roastee, I'm just gonna make my speech now. You guys suck at roasting.
We haven't gotten to you yet.
Yeah. Yeah, Monkey sent me some poop that's about to be flung, so don't you worry.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, so yeah, we almost got this figured out. You know, we're not as fucking bad at this as it looks right now, to be honest.
Well, for our first stream, I mean, let's be fair, this is our first ever stream, obviously. It's not bad.
Yeah,
we've been doing this for fucking months.
I mean, yeah, and I only started trying to work on this particular roast at the beginning of December, so it isn't like I've been doing a lot of time with this, you know.
Funny.
You can't blame me or Dead Kennedy because we had no idea what was going on. Back every time we're on the game,
why
can
it's
think
your
run smoothly.
Oh yeah, I'm surprised we kept it quiet this long, actually.
Yeah.
To be fair, so am I.
All you had to do to keep it hidden from me was talk about it on Discord.
That's the same here. It's
okay, so both those links are PNGs.
Ah, crap.
What?
PNGs. What's a PNG?
Did you link that?
It's a file you get when a fucking caveman doesn't know what he's doing, is what it is.
I swear to God, when he sent it to me on my
holy shit, DM them to me.
Yeah, no doubt. Hey, Zapostate and Blue Earth thing, if you can send them to Taddy, that would actually work.
Oh, just you don't need to. I mean, clearly this is a sign.
Shut your mouth.
On the top show.
Oh, shut your mouth. Just saying, folks.
All right. Oh, here, I got some apostates in. Okay, I'm going to send it over to you, Taddy, right now.
Cool. Why don't we do that one first while we wait for Blues?
Yeah, this is what I get for handing something to a dick and expecting him to not fuck it.
All right. I PM'd it to you, Taddy. I PM'd it to you, Taddy.
I got it. Nice one,
Okay.
cheers.
Oh.
What happens when Dick's constantly doing one-handed typing?
Well, usually that means there's going to be a mess under the desk. What do you think?
Bubblegum under the desk, you know?
Yeah. I can be honest.
Bluer
It's
thing
okay.
needs an email.
An email? My God,
Yeah,
do you
he
not
said
know
give
what
me an
Discord is? Okay.
I'm a dick.
Blue, it's the Silly Shill Show at gmail.com.
First one's good to go.
All right. So here is the great Zapostate ripping the shit out of a couple of people.
Oh, yeah, I like this guy. I like this guy a lot.
You're fucking right. He's awesome.
Oh, here we go, troops.
And shut your mouths, people. Let's watch this.
Hello, it is I, Sergey, cousin to Yuri. You have not heard of me? This is because you are silly Americans and British people. You see, Sergey is biggest, most handsome, bearded, flat earth debunk YouTuber in Russia. You may think Yuri is biggest, handsome, bearded YouTuber in Russia, but like bear at a zoo who thought Putin was just looking for a good time, you have been fooled. This is why Yuri needed to move to New Zealand to live with Sissy Anti-Flatter. If Yuri did not move, he would get uranium in his vodka. By the way, this vodka that Yuri drink, he wants you to think that it is Pride of Mother Russia Stolinaya, but it is not. It is American peace water Smirnoff. Let us face it, Yuri is not big enough, cannot ride big enough bear, does not have thick enough chest hair to be biggest, handsome, flat earth, bearded, flat earth YouTube debunker in Russia. He must live with Sissy Anti-Flatter to hide his shame. But there is one thing that is more shameful than all. And Yuri, this is to you. Yuri, you are adopted. You are not even Russian. You are Ukrainian. It's shameful. Very sad. 1 year on YouTube's is great accomplishment. For this, I will send celebration vodka to you, Yuri, just to make sure you put away any Geiger counters before it arrives. Yeah? Sergey out. It is time for Sergey to find bear in which to wrestle. Okay?
Come on, Bear. Where are you? Come wrestle, Bear.
That's great. You're Ukrainian. I love it.
That was mental. I love it.
That just brought a tear to my eye.
Zapostate, you are a fucking legend. That was the funniest thing.
Holy fuck.
I'm gonna fucking die.
Oh, my cheek.
Oh
my
For the
God,
love
that
of
was great.
God, that was funny.
That was
Oh,
brilliant.
Okay.
Hi, Punchy.
Oh my God. Okay, I just got to go into the Gmail here and get Blue Earth Sings video here. Hold on.
Okay.
Laugh amongst yourselves. Holy fuck, man.
So apparently, while I was
laughing is the only thing I can fucking do.
God, when
That
Zapostate
was
first
the
came
best
out with
damn
that
video I ever saw.
when Zapostate first came on the scene and he started doing bald white guy, I almost threw in my YouTube tell. I mean, there's no way I could make videos anywhere close to that funny. I mean, I think it's genetic. I don't know. But,
Yeah, he's funny. He's a funny guy.
and
Holy.
I guess I must have.
Everybody in the side chat, let's clap along for Zapostate. That was freaking awesome.
Oh yeah.
Oh dear God, I.
Good video, too bad information not correct. Your gay is not your cousin. Your gay nothing more.
Too many Russians here.
Who you calling Russian? In glorious Soviet Union, I think.
Is Ukrainian apparently.
You're Ukrainian.
You ain't got shit.
Go Crimea. There. Stupid sick.
Apparently, while I was in the other room grabbing a beer while you guys trying to fix the video issue, Ugly German Truth asked me a question, and I missed the context. But he had asked, "You're a psychologist, aren't you? Wouldn't you be legally required to admit it if you were experimenting on us without our knowledge or consent?" Well, I'm not a psychologist. I'm a clinical therapist, so I don't do experiments. But yes, I would have to be legally and ethically required to disclose that if I were to do an experiment. So whatever caused you to ask that question, don't worry about it. You're safe. But
I'll have to interject here. I will have to interject here. You only have to notify them you are doing an experiment.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't have to tell them.
Give them a very loose idea of what you're looking into, but you don't have to give them the exact objectives of the experiment.
Yeah, true.
Because actually, a lot of psychological experiments actually rely on you lying to the participants.
Well, yeah, I mean, just by nature of humans being humans, if we disclosed all the ins and outs of a research study, it's going to fudge the results, you know?
Yeah. Well, yeah, because you got the self-serving bias and everything, and everyone wants to come across as what they feel is objectively good, and doesn't quite work.
Yeah, but have you used the scientific method? So if you haven't, it's not an experiment. So there you go.
Yeah. So, and I only became a clinical therapist because I wasn't smart enough to be a neurologist, you know.
Man, YouTube is so friggin' basic. We keep having to approve any message anytime someone types the username of "quit asking me to sprinkle them titties." It's titties. Titties.
Dick Dawson too.
Yeah, it happens to me all the time too. It's ridiculous. Somebody says hi, Dick, and it's fucking hidden. Seriously? I'm a user in the fucking chat, man. Holy shit.
That's what happens when you are what you eat.
Oh, fuck, you're one to talk.
No shit.
That's why I was calling you Richard the other day.
Yeah.
Richard, behave.
Yeah, it works, so it gets through. Hey, Dad. Yeah. Oh, I know to listen.
I don't think so.
Apparently, the Ugly German Truth specified it in an earlier post. He found somebody in France named Dr. Logstrog-Lazo. I guess is how it's pronounced. Let's go. I don't know. I can't speak French.
Where is it? Oh, we look it up, man.
Oh, we got a $2 super chat from Punchy.
Amy, no.
Can Amy say dick and titties?
Don't do it, Amy. Don't do it, Amy.
Plus, we also got a $5 Australian super chat from John Rapp too. He said, "How about roasting the biggest smarty pants on the panel? AB Science the shit out of him."
That's a good one. Oh yeah, he's getting it for sure.
Now I see.
People must realize by now that I'm a fucking idiot, right?
Yeah, we do. You know, it became pathetically clear to me just as I got to know you.
Yeah.
How you making out with Blue's video there, Taddy?
Yes, still looking for it.
He reset. He redid it to the proper email this time. We should be good.
Yes, it isn't like I didn't ask him to actually put it on G Drive and post a link in Discord.
That's too much to ask.
Dick Dawson. Damn it! I was censored for sprinkling titties on you.
It's like,
Well, it looks like we
Blue,
just
I'm the
have to
fucking
move on,
caveman here.
Kennedy.
Because to be honest, if it's email, we're at the mercy whenever Gmail decides to send it to us.
Oh, we're going through that one?
Yeah.
Holy Gmail, what up?
Even Gmail is trying to tell you guys off for trying to roast the lead shill.
Lead shill? What the hell? Shortest shill, ugliest shill, smallest cock shill maybe, but definitely not lead shill.
We are not roasting Dick Dawson.
Shots fired.
Flatter, you just gotta.
I just know.
Flatter, you were in the army. You do know what happens to the point man. So if you want to take that position.
What are you talking about? He was tail end Charlie.
Taddy, I don't know if you saw my PM there, but it's on the silly shill one, not the other one.
I've not got access to that one, I don't think.
Oh my
well,
God.
Well, it's the same. It's the, it's, yeah.
Right.
Oh, the joys of Google platforms not talking to each other properly.
Oh, yeah.
I told him to send it to me on Discord. I can have it to Taddy in 5 seconds as soon as he does that.
Blue is allergic to Discord. I just don't understand it.
That Dick
Just like
Dawson.
Ritz, I guess.
You freaking tease. Your turn to sprinkle.
Oh, damn.
I'm liking Dove Kitty more and more.
Oh, hey, Mippet. How you doing, honey?
No, don't send the
Mipet's here.
file. Don't
Hi,
send the
Mippet.
file over Discord. Send the link over Discord.
Well, I guess we have to give Bluer thing.
The files are too large.
We have to give
everything about it
just a little bit of leeway. I mean, he is from Alabama and all, so things just kind of shit happens.
Yeah, I just explained it. Put on G Drive and then send us the share link. Are you a debunker? What's going on here?
That's the problem when, dealing with me. It's just too big.
I'm beginning to wonder if Bluer thing and Flatter aren't related. Neither one of them can internet.
Oh, here we go. Blue Earth Things videos are in the account. Taddy Bogle, yeah, that's your fucking name. Jesus Christ.
Send him the link. Send him the link in Celtic.
Right, got that one. Open link.
All right, here we go.
What a shitstorm.
When I say got it, as in, I have it. Oh, I have not downloaded it yet.
Oh, for fuck my life.
Well, we'll move on.
We're making headway.
Speaking of head,
step in the right direction.
Super chat.
Why don't you take the super chat there, Amy?
Sure, we've got a great super chat from NANA for $6.66 American. He says, "You shills rock," with a joy face. Good job. Thank you so much, NANA.
Thanks,
Hail Satan.
Hail Satan, metal forever.
Satan.
It's Sagan. Sagan.
No, I heard bacon.
Did you read the German Truths comment?
Come on.
Yeah. Who just did the King Crimson impression there a moment ago?
Is that me?
What do you think, Grandma? Yeah, there you go.
that was good. That's awesome, buddy.
I'm going silent for 2 minutes because I can't think what the fuck I'm doing with that going on.
Shit, I don't know what we're gonna do now. It ain't like we can carry a conversation for 2 whole fucking minutes here.
Well, in fairness, as long as we're not very good dicks, then we can't. But
Daddy's just going to choke one off in the fucking bathroom. He'll be right back. It's all right.
Thank you, Glober Mom. I was not thinking of King Crimson. I was thinking of King Diamond.
That's not going to be 2 minutes.
Oh, yes, that's right. Diamond, of course. Well, no, it'll be about a minute and a half.
If he manages to stretch it that long.
That's
what he wouldn't give. What he wouldn't give for a cotton ball. Okay.
So what's going to happen is we're going to be talking about penises when that shows up, and then when everyone will know the truth.
So we're going to talk about your pastime.
I've seen your video, Flatter. It's always penis.
I know. I mean, I just can't get my hands off it. I mean, words.
Everybody knows New Zealanders have the smallest penises. It's okay. We can just move on. You know, I mean, you know, it's not. It's genetics. There's nothing we can do, right, Flatter?
Wait, are you
There's nothing wrong with the micro penis.
I think I timed that right for everybody to hear.
Where do you think the field of microbiology came from?
Not from your mum, that's for sure.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
Quit asking me to sprinkle them titties. Says that's twice now that penis talk has broken this stream.
He ain't wrong.
Yeah.
So there I was, a jar of pickle juice in one hand and a lightning rod in the other. I was naked, of course.
So I'm guessing Tatty's probably pretty close by now.
Nope, you'll be guessing that Tatty can't get it because unable to get it, he has to sign out the fucking meat, which means the fucking audio drops on the stream. So, no.
Okay, well, here,
a little technical advice. Put the fucking whiskey down.
The audio's on the stream right now.
No. He needs more whiskey. He's a Scot. He needs that to work.
Okay, let me break it down for you. In order to download the video from the Gmail account it has been sent to, I have to log into said account, which means I have to log out of the account the stream's running from.
Have you got a different browser?
That's what I was going to say, yeah.
I'm assuming you've got Internet Explorer, Firefox, Chrome, and Opera installed on your machine?
Wait, what?
Got a super chat. Hey, Flatter, why don't you do this one?
All right, so let me scroll up so I can still read it. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Ooh, heavy breathing, guys.
All right, from Dave Henson, American $5. Even your hot mess disasters are a laugh riot.
Hey, Dave, that's all.
Thank you so much, Dave.
Yeah, it's like we've gone back to our first fucking stream. Nevermind Flatter and fucking Kevin's first videos here.
I remember the days when
you know that.
I remember the days when we used to be 15 minutes late without fail.
Oh, and too drunk to even do it.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, I'm pretty fucking hammered right now, but back then.
You guys do realize that Dead Kennedy's right now sitting back saying, yes, excellent, I'm ruining everything. It's never going to be my turn. Maybe we should just move on and start on that.
Oh, don't worry. We'll get
Here
to him.
quietly and waiting.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. That's how they fucking go away, man. Believe you me.
Hashtag Dead Kennedy's fault.
Well, why don't we, Daddy, why don't you roll Kevin's first video while we pull up Blue stuff, right?
Wait.
Yeah.
I'm not pulling up Blue.
Sorry?
What?
Oh,
yeah.
Is that an American flag?
I just saw something.
The dimensions need to be fixed, but it was showing.
Yeah, I saw the American flag shop.
Yep, that's
America. Sorry, was
America.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, hold on a second now. There was Logical. Do you want to toss in the little preface that needs to be done here?
Oh, yes. 1 second. Let me pull this up.
I just remembered.
Push this button and it takes me over to here. And then I can read this. Oh, yes. Blue Earth Thing wanted everyone to know that for Auntie's video, I beat him in every way in my acting skills. The character is Buck McGee, and he will find out the truth about Auntie. And for Dickus's video, he wanted everybody to know to make sure Dickus knows that I'm supposed to be him and that he wears the same glasses as my dad. And yes, I redecorated my desk to be Canadian themed.
But why is he putting the American flag on then if it's supposed to be Canadian?
You shut your face.
Just more evidence that Annie Flatter is a computer AI. He's still learning the difference between Canada and United States. Because everybody knows that Canada is just a state in waiting.
Canada looks like it's just the underpants of America.
Oh, why are we on top then? Oh, never mind. That actually works.
Good one, Dick. Good one, Dick.
But hang on, I thought Canada was beneath America. Because Canada.
No, you're wrong. You're on the wrong side of the planet.
Because when you look at the world map,
New Zealand's
on
being
top.
beneath because you can see it as being beneath because then if Canada is beneath America, then Canada is laying back, chilling out, whilst America does all the work.
and
Run
Flatter,
that
it's
shit,
all
baby,
about
run that shit.
perspective.
And the truth about Flatter is that he's always wrong.
Hey, whoa. I was right about
Prove
New
me
Zealand being
wrong.
on top of the world.
No, you're on the bottom.
No, no, it's because all you fellas
It's
are upside
GIF,
down.
it's
That's
not
why you're not
GIF.
getting it right. It is, Jeff.
And you are on the south side of the planet, so you are down below.
It's up south and down north. We all know this.
Hey, Flatter. Flatter, what's the G in quote unquote GIF stand for? Giraffical interchange format? Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Who let the giraffe in anyway?
Every GIF contains a giraffe somewhere. You look closely enough, you will find a giraffe, and that's why it's called a GIF.
Damn. GIF is a fucking peanut butter, man.
Exactly. Graphic imaging format, Global Mom says.
Yes.
See, there you go.
Yes.
My mother knows.
Pronounced with a J.
GIF.
That's right.
GIF.
Giraffe.
Thank you, mother.
So what you want showing?
Is it me, or am I getting really fed up of just correcting, native English speakers on that?
But is it GIF or GIF?
It's
GIF.
GIF.
It's GIF.
GIF. Teddy, I think, has something. Teddy, where you were trying to cut in there and everybody was being so fucking rude.
Sorry.
No, man. I asked to roll a video while I got the other one sorted out, and then nothing. So do you want the video?
Okay, well, let's. Are we rolling blues? Are we rolling blues, or are we rolling? What are we doing?
If someone would talk to me, I would probably know, but.
Yeah, if you have blues available, go ahead and roll blues. If you don't, we'll go ahead and take a look at Kevin's first video. So you're the producer, make a command decision.
No problem. In that
I
case,
can't see your board.
We're going with Kevin's video.
Okay.
Okay. Here we go.
Okie dokie.
Okay, until it comes in. Here we go.
Holy shit, man.
This is less about Flat Earth and more about claims of NASA fakery in general. This is going to require some significant explanation of terms beforehand, so let me dive into what an exoplanet actually is. An exoplanet is any planet or planetary body, that is, something that appears to be planet-sized and planet-shaped, that exists beyond our solar system. This is a phenomenon that the scientific community has only recently gained the ability to properly investigate, and the process of finding an exoplanet is difficult and very intricate. Most exoplanets are extremely far away. To put it into perspective, the closest stars to our own is the binary system of Alpha Centauri A and B. They are about 4.3 light years away. That's about 40 trillion kilometers.
So we'll start off first of all with the sun. I'm going to put it just by here. Now the closest planet to our sun is of course Mercury. And if the sun was 1 millimeter in diameter, that would mean Mercury is 4 centimeters away. So I'm going to put it just by there. The next one is us on Earth, and that is 10 centimeters away. And then we have Pluto, which is 4 meters and 22 centimeters. And this is the last thing that we'll look at in our solar system. At this point you may be wondering, well, what about the closest star, Alpha Centauri? Well, you're gonna have to follow me a little bit, so come on, let's go. I know this wasn't really a straight line, but yes, Alpha Centauri, if the sun was the size of just 1 millimeter, Alpha Centauri is 30 kilometers away, and that's our closest star.
Because of this, you can't really see an exoplanet, but you can see it affect its star. When a planet passes in front of a sun, this is called a transit. When a transit occurs, we can observe a change in the star's appearance. It will dim by a very small amount for a period of time. From this data, scientists have been able to formulate the relative size of the planet, its distance to the star, the speed of its orbit, and much more. Intricate details such as color and brightness can be estimated, as well as the possibility of ring systems and volcanic activity. Since starting research, over 3,000 exoplanets have been confirmed in 2,700 different star systems. Possibly the coolest thing, in 2013, and again in 2018, evidence of a moon were found orbiting a rogue exoplanet, that's a planet not locked to a stellar orbit, and one orbiting an exoplanet called Kepler 1526b. Now that I've explained what an exoplanet is and how we find them, I can move on to the fakery claims. Flat earthers and other science-denying cult puppets frequently point out that when discussing exoplanets, NASA and other agencies tend to show artist impressions of the discovered planets. This is photoshopped, they cry, a fact that every sane person is already well aware of. Why don't you show us a real photo, you liars? Well, given the explanations I've given, I think you know why we can't see real photos. We can't even really see the planets. Observing transits and interpreting data isn't very visually stimulating. There are photos of a kind, but they're not taken the way we usually think of taking photos with an image sensor. It's a whole lot of crazy filters and infrared and things like that which detect invisible parts of the EM spectrum. I think it's a little unfair to blame NASA for trying to make astronomy look cool. Considering their continuously diminished budget and lack of public interest following the Apollo program, NASA has every incentive to try and grab people's attention. Is this any more a sin than corporations selling advertisements to you using sex and reprehensible violent behavior?
Pussy, drink, 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 you drink, Vegas, fun, pussy, you in a tuxedo, this girl, vodka, drink, 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 drink it all, you pussy, more tuxedos, more cars, more pussy, more vodka, drink, drink, drink.
Please drink responsibly.
I honestly don't think so. So there it is. They don't show you real photos of exoplanets because there aren't any real photos of exoplanets. We can't photograph something that's several trillion kilometers away. We just can't. Yes, of course, things like the Hubble are able to capture images of distant galaxies that are even further away than the exoplanets, but that's a facile argument. The galaxies are a lot bigger, and we're not seeing them in nearly as much detail. If you use binoculars to read your newspaper, you can't see it clearly. The Hubble doesn't have a magical 14 million times optical zoom mounted on a Nikon P900. And if I have to tell you why, you need to go back to school. Exoplanets are real. Just because you can't see them doesn't mean they're not. Use your brain and think about it a little. If you're interested in learning more about exoplanets, I advise checking out TESS, the Transiting Exoplanet Survey Satellite. It's one of NASA's latest efforts at sweeping the galaxy for more evidence of planets outside our solar system, and has done some amazing work. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you like this video, like it. If you want to see more, please subscribe to my channel, which is Dead Kennedy in Space. Thank you, and I'm out.
Over the next hill, beyond the horizon.
Find your place in space. Space is vast, unexplored. There's a lot of work to do.
Because you know it's over.
I gotta jump in here, guys. As soon as the I gotta tell everybody in the live chat Kevin's backstory. All right, he was born on Skylab in a freak accident while they were researching 0-point energy. You know, he was born with a 347-point IQ. Why in the fuck did he have to steal everybody else's content to make his first video? Are you fucking serious? Jesus Christ, Kevin.
No, you're absolutely right.
Logical.
When I look back on it, because I didn't have my own background yet. Go ahead, barman.
No, go on, mate.
I was going to say, yeah, because I didn't have my established background and everything yet, that entire video is just stolen footage.
Okay. I think you don't understand the rules.
We're supposed to roast you.
You do not have the right to defend yourself right now. I mean, I enjoyed the bits where you were showing your true self, an Austrian meek stickman little boy, stickman with you know what I mean, driving around the countryside. But other than that, seriously, get your own fucking footage.
Whoopsie.
And if I can add, 3 minutes of narration over a video that long does not your content make. Seriously.
Gee.
You know, I mean, I found the script on Wikipedia, so don't even tell me that you woke up one day and wrote it.
9 o'clock hero had the best comment. It's just a single word. Booger.
Too funny. Well, I think we should play one of his new videos and then show what Blue has sent in for us.
Is he actually going to do something in the new video?
Yeah, well, I don't know. We'll see who he steals from this time.
Flush the
kind of my thing.
One sec, guys. Hold on. I got something going here. I'll be right back. Carry it for me.
Sure.
Oh, they could be right back. Who would have guessed?
Yeah. Dick perpetually back soon.
Exactly. All right, how about it there, Taddy? We got the other video queued up.
Oh, let's go.
Can we get some of Dick's videos?
Oh, yeah.
Soon.
That would be
fun. I think he's only made 3, hasn't he?
We should run one and roast him when he gets back.
Patience, young Edelman.
Hold on. That's not
Press
quite
play,
okay.
dude.
There was a thing.
OBS.
But another thing
There
is
was a
well.
thing, but we
There
gave
we
up
go.
on it apparently.
Here we go.
There once was a man from Scotland who fucked up with the play button. Well, the intro's better.
Oh, definitely. And the brain
Gives
is
you the
better
hit,
as
dude.
well.
Why is it curved on the sides? Trying to prove a point.
Aha. So I stole everything from Talk Heathen this time.
See, he keeps trying to drag me into this shit. Always trying to invoke my name.
No audio. There's no
They
audio.
ain't hearing it.
Oh, Tatty.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Well, let's be fair, it's better with the no audio, so.
I can hear it in here. I don't know about YouTube.
I don't understand why
audio
I
on the
don't
video
hear
or
it.
no audio
No,
on
nothing
us?
out there.
No, no.
They don't even hear
No.
us.
Be kind, Flatter.
No,
Audio is back.
Okay, they're saying audio is back.
well, because the video's paused. I think they could hear us
Yeah.
the whole time. We're quiet when the video's playing, but they can hear us.
Yeah, OBS is fucking me over something chronic. Fucking audio feed has dropped
No, it can
from
hear
this
us.
fucking video.
Yeah, for
They can hear
God's
us.
sake.
It's okay, Teddy. It's only fucking YouTube.
Damn. Fucking
Pour some
ripping
whiskey
in
on the
man.
computer. That will solve it.
Yeah,
Nah,
don't
with
say
Dead
things like
Squirrels
this,
works
Tatty.
so much better.
Don't say things like this, Tatty. I want to try and do my own live stream tomorrow while I've still got decent internet. Jesus Christ, you're making me worry.
Oh, don't you worry about that, man.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
this is
I
my
do.
poker.
I've got about 50 meg down and 12 up at the moment.
I don't know what any of that means, by the way.
Someone's gone flashy in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Auntie, neither do I.
I am, yeah. I'm in the middle of nowhere
Very
in
poker.
North Wales in a little village, and I have better internet than I am 9 miles away from a fucking city. Because of course that's how England and Wales work. Fucking
Yeah.
mental.
You in North
Yeah,
Wales?
your island is retarded.
I am, yeah. I'm technically on holiday at the moment.
Damn. Barman, you
Ah,
just
fair enough.
reminded.
I,
You just
I was thinking of coming for Sunday lunch at your pub tomorrow, but apparently not.
Well, you can
Barman,
go for
I'll-
Sunday lunch, just not my pub. Sorry, Lodge, go on.
Yeah, Barman, you just sound like this, family in West Virginia saying, "Come here, there, sister, mama, look at this. They got indoor flushing things."
Hey, I've had indoor flushing things for at least 12 months.
What are they gonna
12
think
months.
of next? Hot damn!
Oh, damn. They even give the paper to write a letter home to mom.
And they got this thing called a budette, and it just sprinkles your butt with water.
Right.
Too funny.
We wanted that video.
Says the man who doesn't have running water in his cave.
What was that,
I
Daddy?
know that for sure.
Shots fired.
Hey, Daddy, what was that?
I reloaded the video, so we'll give it another shot. If the audio doesn't come through, fuck knows.
Okay.
Go good, my bar.
So is it the roast of Tatty next week then? Hope you just started that early and ready.
Fuck up.
I'm getting a fucking title already, man.
And to answer the question of who I stole from for this video, it's all Talk Heathen.
Oh.
Into is the style of apologetic that you're using. I understand that that's called presuppositional. Would you agree?
you could call that. But my view is everybody argues from a presuppositional point of view.
Could you explain that so people who are watching can kind of follow along as we do this? Because I want this to be the most educational that we can make it. And so if we can work this out so people can watch, we can have a good conversation that people can grow from.
Yeah, everybody operates from a web of belief. Everybody has certain ultimate commitments. Everyone's going to have a belief in something that is ultimate, and their other beliefs will stem from that. You do, I do, everyone does. Okay.
Okay.
So my question to you is, since you lack belief in God, the personal absolute, you must be reasoning from an impersonal absolute as the basis.
I have a clarifying question.
And can I finish my question?
No, because I want to get through. Yeah, because you're calling on my show, so you can either wait. You can either wait because I'm trying to clarify this with you. No, you can wait. The reason you can wait is because I want to have an actual conversation and I want to understand what you're saying. So I want to ask for clarification whenever it comes up. Okay?
This is the real problem with pre-suppers. They have a careful script that they need to stick to, or else you'll quickly unravel their very weak position. I disagree that there needs to be any kind of ultimate in anyone's life, but that argument won't fit with the script. Let's go a little further, to where Darth's definition of ultimate becomes slightly more clear.
Something is unconditionally non-dependent if its existence does not depend on its beginning or anything independent or external of itself. That's what we would define as an absolute.
Okay, so I'm having trouble conceptualizing that. Can you give me an example of a thing that I understand that is unconditionally non-dependent?
Of your own there, Kevin.
God. God would be an entity that we could offer as an example of something that is unconditionally non-dependent.
Okay.
Now, for non-God believers...
No, hold on. I'm still exploring this with you. No, you're not attempting to support. You're attempting to move on to the next thing. So either you're going to listen and you're going to answer the question, or the conversation's over.
You can show your audience how rude you are.
Oh, okay. So he's on hold. You see, you're calling into my show. If you want your own show, create your own show. But if you want to talk to me and have a useful conversation where people aren't yelling at each other, you're going to have to do that. But there's not enough room for your ego on this. Let's try again. Are you there?
Yeah, let's try.
Okay.
Again. Now, can you not cut me off and rudely interrupt me before I finish?
No.
I love that guy. So, Dawkins says everyone believes in something that is unconditionally non-dependent. Something that is and always was and can account for all rational thought. The only example he's come up with, though, is God. Let's see if he can provide a second example to maybe give us some idea of what the hell he's on about.
Now, before you rudely cut me off, I tried to give a counterexample of something that is not God. Now, for certain materialists, they believe that the substrate of matter is unconditionally non-dependent, from which the singularity and the Big Bang arose. So I gave you an example from theism and an example from an atheistic worldview.
No, you gave an example.
I'd like to get my question out that you have refused to let me ask.
No, because we're still talking about this one. We finish what we start.
So the answer is no, you're not going to let me ask my question? Is that it?
When we finish this, we move on to the next.
Let me ask my question. Are you going to let me ask my question?
When we're done, yes.
So you're afraid of hearing my question, is that it?
No, I just don't need you to run roughshod and avoid things. Okay, then listen.
I'm not avoiding things.
Then listen, because right now it really sounds like you are.
Man, what a jerk, huh? Yeah, he's something else. So matter would be an example of another ultimate in his opinion. Okay, I guess I could go with that, but it still doesn't answer the question of why an ultimate is needed at all, or why God should be considered that ultimate. Personally, I subscribe to cogito ergo sum, the Descartes phrase that translates to I think, therefore I am. On a metaphysical level, the only thing I can guarantee with 100% certainty is that there is a being I call me, and it is experiencing something I call the universe. The true nature of either of those things, I cannot fully discern. Our senses are faulty, and this we know. If you prod the right part of a person's brain, they will be convinced that they've seen God. I have no way to be certain that I am not a brain sitting in a jar, lol, receiving electrical impulses from some outside source. However, at the same time, I also believe that my perception of reality is more or less accurate due to the commonalities in experience between all human beings around the world. We all more or less agree on what things look, sound, smell, and feel like, with any deviation able to be chalked up to personal preferences. I can't be entirely certain, but there is good reason to suggest that my experience is more or less reality. Beyond that, I cannot guarantee that there is an ultimate, that there is something governing the direction of the universe. In short, that there is a God. The problem I have with presuppositionalists can also be applied to conspiratards, and specifically flat earthers. For all their talk of begging the question, they are the kings of it. Their entire position automatically assumes, and must by its very nature assume, that a vast portion of the planet is engaged in a massive conspiracy to conceal the shape of the Earth. Eventually, the discussion between flirfs and those who live in reality progressed beyond this conspiracy. It's too easy for them to write off footage from space as fake, doctored, computer-generated, etc., so we moved on to more concrete things. Things we could verify for ourselves, like blink tests of city skylines, horizon drop film with the aid of drones, left-to-right curvature through compressed composite images, and more.
Else asleep yet?
We started using mathematics, at-home experiments, anything accessible to the average person who doesn't have access to a multi-million-dollar suborbital
I
rocket.
watched this already.
So, herein lies my
Why you
problem.
need penises on
I'm
your
taking a
side,
step
channels?
back in the year 2020 when it comes to debating with conspiratorists.
Awesome.
I won't be talking about curvature anymore. I won't be talking about the Earth's rotation. I won't be talking about seismology, telescopes, examination of lunar phases, the angular size of the sun, or anything else that we can prove from the ground. First, they're going to have to prove their presupposition to me. They're going to have to prove that space exploration is fake. The reason this is part of the Never-Ending Mental Illness series is this. The presupposed deception perceived by flirfs and others is a symptom. It's mental gymnastics. Every single day, multiple satellites photograph the entire Earth. Every single day, the ISS is showing footage of it speeding over a curved planet surface. There are 6 extremely well-documented voyages to the moon. Dozens of probes have been launched all over the solar system. There is an enormous pile of photographic and video evidence from all around the world to support the notion that the Earth is a sphere. To brush it aside with a 2-word non-debunk of "it's fake" is intentionally obfuscating the argument. Consider Riley's paper. His whole point was to try and make globe versus flat a court case, but he completely ignores what would actually happen if the case ever went to court. Your Honor, I present to you a photograph of the Earth from space. I rest my case. Case dismissed.
Hey,
Flirts
that's
love
a
to
couple
twist
of
an
nice
argument into
handles on
something
some
it's not.
head right there.
In this new decade, let's not allow them to. Demand that they prove space travel is fake, or else they don't have an argument and never will. Prove your conspiracy, and then we can talk about the shape of the Earth. Dark Knight Apologetics. Yes, we get it. The Earth. If you like this video, please give it a like. If you want to see more, please subscribe to my channel, which is Dead Kennedy in
Alright,
Space.
everybody, the video's
If you want to
almost
support me
over. Time to wake
further,
up.
consider donating on Patreon or purchasing some of my work through Amazon or Teespring.
What?
Thank you, and I'll see you over the curves, Space Cowboys.
Why did you record the outro in the bathroom for Get the Echo? Why did you need the echo? I mean, your videos are good, and what you say in them is nice, but oh my god, it's such a boring picture, and just, there's hardly any inflection. Your voice, I'm like, oh, it'd be the sort of stuff you wouldn't listen to driving, because you'd fall asleep and fucking kill someone. Jesus Christ.
I put,
yeah, I mean,
I put Dead Kennedy in Space
come on.
videos on for my son so he goes to sleep at night. Fuck.
Yeah, the reason I shit you not, the reason why we didn't kind of interject or interrupt in that video was just because we were fucking bored and we all just buggered off and got some more beer, fell asleep, and went for a piss. To be honest,
Yeah, well, I'll
Jesus
give it.
Christ, I actually watched that. I watched that first. I watched that video first time around when it just came out, and I listened to that. You know, I had it playing on my phone. I had the phone in my pocket whilst I was doing a sausage roll from Greg's, and to be honest, it was far more exciting, but not because of the video, but because of the fucking sausage roll.
Yeah, well, I'll give credit. I'll give Kevin Crowe where credit is due, just like I did Annie Flatter. He's got a wonderfully relaxing voice. In fact, here recently, Gracie Crinklesaurus has been on a rampage about Validation Boy, and I just piped in one of Dead Kennedy's videos out on a loudspeaker in our paddock and put her right to sleep.
Maybe Dead Kennedy in Space should take a page out of Orphan Red's book and start reading people bedtime stories, because he'd sure put them to sleep.
You're gonna say
Yeah,
start
fucking
showing
hell. You
cleavage.
could just put on a pair of fake tits.
That too. Yeah, more cleavage.
You know, he'd be making bank.
And we just got a super chat too, please. Dave Hansen for $5 American says, Kevin's was the first anti-flirf channel that I stumbled upon. It's his fault that I discovered this crazy community.
At least he's done something
Thanks,
good.
I'm so sorry, Dave.
I'm sorry, Kevin. I'm gonna have to ask you. I'm gonna have to ask you to vacate the jar. I want the fucking jelly beans back.
Linda Bertelson loves your voice too. She.
Well, thank you, Linda. Appreciate that.
Yeah, the unspoken subtext of that was, "You did this to me."
Hold on. I am deeply perturbed by that. Is there a competitor for my voice?
Ooh. Are we gonna have to do?
Well, why don't
to do an ASMR battle here, AB?
Oh baby.
Why don't we ask the chat?
Understand that it is time for an AS.
Yulia Moon loves Dead Kennedy in Space's voice.
Why don't we ask the chat? Who's got the better voice here, people? Let's see it in the chat.
One for me, two for AB.
Yeah, there we go.
3 for me.
Anti-Flatter 3, immediate 3.
Is it just me, or does AB all of a sudden sound like he's stoned and falling asleep with a Twinkie in his mouth?
What do you mean all of a sudden? That's how he always sounds, isn't it?
But that's just the result. That's just
5,
what happens
3.
When I watch Dead Kennedy's videos, it just puts me in a sleepy state. That's why I watch it. That's why I tend to watch his videos on my lunch break, because it just gets me in that perfect kind of sense of chill.
Somebody slapped the physicist around, man. He's totally good nodding off on us. Fuck, I've heard homeless guys more coherent than this at the moment.
Well, he sounds like Dead Kennedy in Space trying to narrate a fucking video right now.
All right, okay, fuck it. All right, I'll pretend to be normal.
Everybody's.
Is that even possible?
We know.
We
better.
all know Normal is just a city in Illinois.
Isn't Dekus mainly known for his Twilight fanfic, though?
That's a good one.
Oh, awesome. That's too funny. Well, Taddy, are you in a position to show us what our man Blue Earth thing tossed around?
Oh, yeah. I managed
All
to
right.
beat this bastard back into submission.
So when are we doing the episode on roasting Tattoo?
Oh, I figure it has to be the next episode at this rate.
Friday.
I don't think it'd take much to turn this into a tatty roast.
Nothing wrong with a roast tatty.
Roast tatty for the
You like
win.
roast tatties? Yours are good. Lovely.
You can't roast the guy who's in charge of the stream.
Yes, you
Of course we can.
Yeah, but
everything
we
will
need-
go to hell, but that's just the shills.
Yeah.
So for you
We're in a shill. You can do anything.
A
Exactly.
tatty is a shorthand term for a potato. So a roast, roasting tatty.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, we
nice.
got plenty
I had
of room
roasted
in our.
tatties today.
Roast
We got plenty of room in our lair.
roast
We can-
scarecrow.
I was just going to
I
say.
was actually intending to go to Barman's Pub tomorrow for some roast tatties, but
Nice.
clearly he's
It's
not
not there.
fucking there. So
To be fair, I've told you all for weeks that I'm going to be on holiday. If you're just too daft, you can't remember, that's not my problem. You work in a laboratory with highly explosive stuff. I'd be more worried about that fact that you can't remember things.
He's not daft, he's drunk.
Of course it's
You can
your
go up
fault.
to mine. Then. Up to mine.
In fairness, that is true. I am a danger.
A danger to yourself.
Yeah, and to be fair, you just got an offer off Pip to go back to hers, so just don't tell Mrs. Science.
Did
Rose
I?
Haggis. Rose Haggis. Nice Rose Haggis. Oh.
Yummy.
I'll read this one. John Rapp, Australian $2. Only Amy and Kiri's voices stir my Richard.
John Rapp.
Fuck me.
Fuck you.
Yeah. John, who is Richard and why are you stirring him? That's what I'm worried about.
Exactly.
I'll remember that when I see you on the. Okay, that's fine.
I gotta say, guys, Blue Earth thing's going nuts because we're not playing his video.
Yeah, I know. He is going to kill us. He is going to kill us.
Okay, boy.
Well, he should have followed my instructions a month ago. G Drive. Link in Discord.
In the post.
Okay, okay.
Just because I used my Yankee accent, I should have used my Alabama accent. You just put the thingy right there on the G Drive, and you send me the little doohickey link there, and you put it right here in my Discord PM, and we're all good. We get this shit rolling.
I think you stirred up something, Pip. John Rapp just gave us Australian $2. Says, oh yes, and Pip.
And then Ilya Moon said, "Fuck you, John Rapp."
Thank you, John Rapp.
Good save there, John. Good save.
Yeah, but he just missed Ilya, so here we go again.
This is going to be an expensive night for somebody.
Shut the mouth.
What else thing?
All right, let's do it, Daddy.
Let's do it.
Who are we doing?
The one and only Blue Earth thing.
Oh dear God.
Hey, steering wheel's on the wrong side.
It's a chav. Chav on.
No. No audio coming through that.
What the hell happened then?
What? Look, it was playing. You guys not hear Taddy speaking? The man is trying to talk and explain what he was doing.
Fucking talking to themselves. There is no audio going to the stream.
Gary, what the fuck are you doing now?
I didn't know he even said anything yet.
Taddy, I'm
Okay,
sorry
so-
this turned into a dumpster fire. I
That's
really
cool, man.
am.
Yeah.
It's
I
still
love you.
better than any of
Hashtag Kiri's fault.
You're a trooper, Teddy. You're a real trooper.
No, keep
Daddy,
that.
are you playing it from the G Drive page without downloading it?
Nope.
Okay.
While we're having
Ilya
video
Moon
troubles-
says I could hear it just to make things a bit shit for everyone, but Ilya
Okay.
could hear it.
Okay. It wasn't coming through on the strip, but I'll run with it.
Yeah, Amy, take care of the housework there.
Yeah, thank you. I just wanted to read some super chats, please.
That seems vaguely
Mr. President,
Fucking
She
hell.
knows I didn't fucking mean it that way. Fuck off, Amy. Go ahead.
thank you.
Oh, dick,
Sure you did.
sexist motherfucker.
Oh, God.
Can I read these, please?
Yes.
Mr. President 99 gave us €5. 5 euros. Thank you. How dare you roast me? I'm in Germany and it smells delicious and I get nothing. Shame on you.
Thanks, Mr. President.
And then-
Appreciate that.
And then Glober Chris gave us 20 Swedish krona and he says, needs more Kiri. Yes,
You're
we
not
do.
wrong.
Exactly. We need her back.
Yep.
Well, considering how much is getting fucked up tonight, I don't know. But then again, I mean, blaming Kiri is a bit easier when she's actually there.
I was going to say.
Well, yeah,
That's
but I
fair.
don't think it's any more fun. It's still a great game either way.
How much worse can it get? Shall we find out? Here we go.
Yeah,
again.
let's do it.
Take two.
Bring on the chav.
There we go.
Steering wheel still on the wrong side.
12 years. Good to
No,
see
it's
you
not.
again.
It says.
I've been
Nope.
hearing about this fella named Anti-Flatter. He's out there supposedly debunking
Let's
all
mute,
of
guys,
us
so we can hear him.
conspiracy theorists. I don't believe him one sec. He seems fishy to me. See, this Anti-Flatter is... He's an actor, and I don't trust actors. See, actors lie for a living. And that's exactly what this Anti-Flatter is. And I'm not even sure his name is Anti-Flatter. So I'll get to that point here in just a sec. First, let's get on with his supposed roommate. See, apparently this Anti-Flatter has a roommate named Yuri. And first problem I have with that is that no one's ever seen Yuri and Anti-Flatter in the same room at the same time. And that's just suspicious. Now, it came out when I attacked him on Twitter. By attack, I mean questioned him on Twitter. And he shot back with supposedly video evidence of them in the same room at the same time. Now, I'll let you be the judge of that. You see this line right here? This is obviously evidence of some sort of CGI fakery going on. I'll let you watch that again and let you be the judge of it. Look at that. See that line? That's what them computer geeks call computer graphics imagery. Now, I also got me some inside photos. Don't ask me how I got these inside photos of behind the scenes work. I was suspicious and I hired a man. This is supposedly Yuri. Now, you see the problem with that?
That is a sexy photo.
There's two problems with this picture. First, no Soviet will be seen without his or her hat. Yuri has the hat off. I've been told that some Soviets went days on end without ever removing their hats. So that's red flag number one. And red flag number two is that red flag behind him. This is a Soviet national flag. Now, I find myself as some sort of Soviet connoisseur.
This is too much.
And the first problem I have with that, or flag connoisseur, first problem I have with that is the fact that the flag is vertical, yet not in its vertical position. See, when the Soviet flag was hung in the vertical position, the Soviet hammer and sickle should also be vertical. It's not. That's horizontal. That's a fake Soviet flag right there. And no proper Soviet would ever find themselves with a fake hanging Soviet flag. Also, you never noticed that Anti-Flatter stands so far from his camera when he does his videos. I think that's because he don't want you to see the details on his face so you could determine that they're the same person. And one last final point, and I hinted this before, I don't think Anti-Flatter's name is actually Anti-Flatter. First off, I don't think it is because that would be a dumb name. Second off, you ever check the URL for his channel? I'll put it right here. Right here. The URL for his channel. Yeah. Think about that next time you click on that URL and go over there. I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching and stay hunting for the truth.
That was fucking glorious.
That was fucking great.
That was awesome.
Oh, Blue Earth thing, too funny. Dead Kennedy's awesome.
I don't know who that guy was, but I trust everything he said for some reason.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. That's the smartest dumb guy I've ever watched.
Absolutely, man.
You can tell that he was all lying the whole time. His steering wheel's on the wrong side.
No, it wasn't, you stupid motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly. Upside down, driving on the wrong side of the future. How did you even become a member of this team? Fuck.
Well, to be honest, it's because we stole his idea.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, too funny.
I just want to point out, there's a bunch of people in the chat. At least 2 people I've noticed who have no idea who Blue is, and at least 2 people who thought this might have been a legit video. Can we plug Blue's channel in the chat?
Yeah.
Some attention to him.
The Blue Earth thing. Get over there and sub to him now.
He's amazing.
Fucking awesome.
He's a very intelligent young man. He makes great videos. If you haven't met Blue Earth Thing, we're going to drop his link to his channel in the live chat. Please show him some love. Like, subscribe, hit the tickle the buttons and bells. He makes some great content.
Damn right. Yeah. He's amazing.
I mean, clearly he lied the whole way through that video, but still.
Oh, no, of course. None of that was a lie. I mean, you are clearly just...
Yeah, of course he was crazy enough to invite Andy Flatter on a live stream on his channel, so, you know.
Actually, and did...
we all make mistakes.
Yeah.
So,
Also,
Daddy,
I'm clearly throwing myself under the bus, but he has a second video to play.
That's right. That's right.
Yes, he does.
It certainly does. Shall we?
Yes,
excellent.
Let's go.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see what the dumb man has to say about another dumb man.
Oh, well.
Hashtag America.
Hello, I didn't see you there. Yeah, don't worry about this. I was just on my new video. Yeah, I've been working on a new video. I've been trying to lift off the same rocket 4 hours straight.
Holy shit.
See, all my videos start off with a well-made script. My scripts are good because I am a writer. Then, after the great script, I complement it with my logo for the entire video. That way, all the focus is on my writing. There's an old writer's saying, it's all about the script. Now let's add my intro to the beginning. And, little bit of footage for the outro and credits. Well, there you have it. One of my patent dead Kenny in Space essays, I mean videos. Did I mention I was a writer? See you on the horizon, Space Cowboys. Oh, damn, man.
That was
Hello, sunshine, my old friend.
He is not far off from the truth.
Oh my
That
God.
was really good.
Wait a minute, Kevin, you're a writer?
It's been said. There's been rumors
Apparently.
that I may or may not be.
But how did you write?
I mean,
no
I read Demons in the Jungle, and I'm still not quite sure. No, actually, it is great. You should buy it. But
but hold on.
I read it, and I'm not quite sure.
But hold on here. We have to clarify something. He's not a writer. He's a dictator because you can't write if you don't have any arms. Right?
Oh, sorry. I thought you were going to say he's a dictator because he takes. Sorry.
No.
I got a picture in my head of him shoving the pencil up his urethra and shaking his hips to write the... No, that doesn't quite work, does it?
Hey, we should put a little pencil sharpener on the bottom of his jar. Why not? Make him useful.
He is useful. Where else are you going to get a paperweight from for free?
Yeah, that's true.
A paperweight that knows how to steal and regurgitate other people's content.
Well, at least he's more interesting than Flatter.
Whoa. We are roasting Dick Kennedy in space here.
Yeah, but at least he's a head in a jar. You're just like this weird New Zealand elf.
Yeah, you see, Ed Kennedy's content we can understand, we can forgive because he is just a head in a jar. But you have functioning arms and legs.
Wow.
Yeah, if I can just
put
get
us to sleep,
if I can just get Andy Flatter to quit trying to put the fish food and the Marmite in the jar, you know, maybe Kennedy could see well enough to actually do something on his computer. I don't know.
Where do you think he gets all his praise from? It's all the Marmite. Or as Monkey will call it, semen of the gods.
Gross.
Except the problem is the type of Marmite I'm putting in there isn't from the gods.
Monkey is not here, so let's not talk about his particular penchant for semen.
However, we can't talk about Flatter's predilection for it because he's agreeing with it.
Yeah. Well, the thing about Flatter is he's so hooked on semen that he always wanted to have his own submarine.
Rude. At least we know why Dead Kennedy joined the Shills, because then he's always got content to remake. Just put a bit of voiceover out, and then we can re-release it. It's like, hey, look at this! New content. No.
There you go.
See, this is more evidence that there's a fine line between insanity and genius. He has a 347 IQ. We asked him to join the Shills, and he said yes.
Oh wait, no, I've had the paperwork on that.
Clearly a fucking idiot.
347. It was 3.47.
Makes so much more sense.
Barman. I mean, you know, if you live in a glass house, you can't throw rocks, right? Because, in fairness,
well, I've
all
got
of your
arms, I
videos
can.
well, yeah, you can, clearly. But it's not a good idea because all of your videos are pretty much the same thing. You look at it, but the only difference is that it cuts to you having a mental breakdown.
Yeah, let's see. According to my calculations, about 6 more shows and we'll dumb Kennedy down from 3.47 to 3.14, and then we can turn him into a pie.
Hey. There you go. Hey. And we got £1.99 in super chat. And this one's from 9 O'Clock Hero. Anti-Flatter is a Bovril denier.
Nothing wrong with Bovril. It's great use for cooking with. But if you want your food to taste nice, use Marmite.
Oh,
then why do you deny it?
Amy needs to get in here, guys.
Yes, please. I had a couple good comments here. Quit asking me to sprinkle them titties said that we just got those newfangled indoor flushing things here in North Carolina last week. Now I don't need shoes and a flashlight to drop a deuce at night. And then Bo Nielsen says Twilight fanfic writer about Kevin. And then Trippin' Fool says first time seeing Deakus, I had to have to say hats off to you, but I have no clue what the fuck that thing is on your Canadian noggin. Keep up.
Oh, that's funny.
I gotta say, Blue Earth thing, your video, the one about me was excellent because as soon as you started piecing together the video, I was like, I know exactly what he's gonna do, and this is funny as hell.
Kevin
it was terrifyingly accurate.
Kevin Zapostate wanted me to let you know that he intended to make a video for you, but hey, life happened and he just couldn't get it completed. But he was thinking of you and wanted to congratulate you on your 1-year anniversary.
Thanks, Zapostate. Appreciate that.
Yeah. He's awesome. He's awesome. So, well, at this point, you know, there's so many other character traits of these two that we could poke fun at and rip apart. But, you know, should we save that in private, or you know, should we? You know, there's only so much we can do to these guys. Yeah, at this point, I'm wondering.
Well, I think we should do the Dead Kennedy in Space method. You know, we'll record it afterwards, and then we'll sell it to people as new content.
There you go.
Too funny. Oh, right on. Well,
I can't expect more from the goldfish that sits in the corner, really, can you?
That is true.
Yeah. Be quiet, Marmite boy.
Sorry, who am I? Where am I?
You're the goldfish
Marmite
in the
is
corner,
awesome.
Kennedy.
Well, yeah, I know that, but who am I? Where am I?
In the corner. You're a goldfish in the corner.
Oh, okay, yeah, I got it. Wait, who am I? Where am I?
I could do this all night, but I think the stream might get bored. But you're the goldfish in the corner.
Can't keep it up anymore.
I win.
That was a double Illuminati.
It was.
Yes,
That
it was.
It actually was. John Rapp for Australian $5 says Dr. Bob called Kevin the warrior poet, but where's the rhyme and reason? Well, yeah, sure, you betcha, eh? Happy anniversary.
Oh, don't you know there, bud?
And then, yes, don't you know? Elia Moon says for $5 American, big project underway I have with Chesh on the way. Check my Twitter.
Oh,
So check her Twitter. So a cool project coming up.
Right on. Two of my favorite ladies, so that'll be really cool. Can't wait. Awesome. When Flatter's old enough, he can watch it. That'll be cool.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm a big kid now.
15 more years and you can see it.
Wearing pull-ups doesn't count as being a big kid, and we still have to break you of your doll habit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Flatter, one day you'll hit puberty, have facial hair and all that jazz.
Oh boy, is he even
Guys,
gonna understand?
we gotta prepare Auntie, because eventually at some time soon we're gonna have to give the talk.
Well, I've been waiting for his testicles to drop before I give him that talk.
When we do that talk, I'm only going to say one thing. Flatter, it's lower than you think.
What? What's lower? What are we talking about?
That's okay, Flatter. I'll explain later.
John Rapp just got in with the most Canadian super chat there has ever been given. Australian $2. John Rapp, sorry. Fucking Illuminati getting in my fucking way. And then we had 9 o'clock Euro for £1.99. Can we destroy the Stellar engine? Too funny. Well, we've ran as long as we normally go and then some. What do you think, guys? Are we close to done here, or should we keep blithering on as if we actually give a shit about these two?
You know what I think we should close, you know what I think we should close out with? I know nobody gives a shit about me, but I'll say it anyway. There's a certain bovine animal that hasn't made an appearance yet.
Oh, for the love of God, really?
Oh, really?
I think it has.
Ready?
Oh,
Flatter.
I got a message from
animation that was good.
I love that on the stream. That looks so funky.
That was fucking awesome.
Got a message from Radical.
Thank you for watching.
Little Miss Victory's baby Del Cow is the cutest thing ever.
It is really cute.
Gorgeous.
baby Del Cow. That's just.
Oh, Jesus.
No.
Okay.
No.
Someone.
What the hell is wrong with us? Jesus Christ.
Bo Nielsen in the. I gotta read this
Tell
out.
you, but we'd be
Bo
online for
Nielsen.
the 3 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, damn,
I gotta
yeah.
read this out from the chat. Bo Nielsen, you said, bovine animal? You mean Cheshire? Poor Chesh.
You're gonna pay for that.
Shots fired. Robert.
Ooh, you're gonna pay for that one. You're gonna pay for that one.
I'm PMing her
Probably
right
gonna
now.
watch this at some point.
Oh yeah, you will. Too funny.
Oh, damn.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think at this point it's clear to see that, you know, we have now unleashed what we really feel about our compatriots here on the team. So I would like to thank the dullest character actor ever to hit the interwebs, Anti-Flatter, for playing along, and the biggest content thief you have ever seen, Dead Kennedy in Space, for his contributions.
Yay!
Congratulations, guys.
And everyone, remember, absolutely remember, buy Dead Kennedy and Space's books. Because he's an author, apparently. He's a writer.
You read somebody else's words.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't like to talk about this, but he has released them.
Yeah, I've never mentioned it. I don't put it in every video description or anything.
No.
Blame me a link. That was on Amazon. Can't find you.
I can send you a link.
Please, thank you.
Yeah, buy them actually, because I've read one so far and it's pretty good.
Yeah, all you have to do is go to www.com, www.amazon.com /shitty author, and you'll find it. No problem.
No, I have
man.
unlimited thingy. Just need to play.
Like how your whole joke got deflated by saying www.com.
Actually,
I can't make humor for drinking, man. I just can't make humor for drinking. What are you gonna do?
No, go buy a shit. And, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to have a Kevin. It's good to have a Dead Kennedy in Space book around the house. You never know when you're going to run out of toilet paper, so get yourself a copy now.
And we also got a super chat from John Raff again.
Oh, go ahead, Amy.
Okay, it's $2 Australian again, and he says small things also amuse large minds.
John Rapp, you're the man. We really appreciate that.
Yeah. Absolutely. So I don't know. Let's see here. Anti-Flatter, you got anything to say in your defense?
I seriously doubt that.
It'll take him 20 minutes to script out something, and in the end, it'll just take.
Then he's got to have the wardrobe.
After the first half.
Yeah,
the first half.
Script it out. I've got to put on a fancy costume. No, we're talking, right?
But wait, Dead Kennedy, would you like to look up something on Wikipedia to use to defend yourself?
I was gonna do that joke. I was gonna say, give me a chance to steal someone's video.
I was going to say, Flatter's got to say something first, so then Kennedy's got something to copy.
Is Flat Earth Aussie Jesus still here? Because he's probably recording this to use it against us as if we were actually being serious, right?
Yeah, probably.
I think he left a while ago. I haven't seen him.
Let me refresh.
I probably left when the stream crashed.
Be fair, yes. He's Australian. He can't keep up with us.
No, he's gone.
No one can. I don't know if his nationality is why that is.
Well, he's from Australia, right? That place that New Zealanders call the motherland? Isn't that how?
Fuck you, Americans, man.
Are you proud to be
I can't
American?
use my regular comebacks to that because we have Americans on the team, and you fucking know it. It's not fair.
Thank you for the invitation, Flatter, but I'm allergic to whisker burn, so sorry. I'm going to have to.
Hey, no. 5 o'clock shadow, man. Don't knock it till you tried it.
When did you get
it? A few years, so you can
Are you
grab them and
proud to
just
be American?
hold.
Shush, Pip.
Just remember what I say. Yeah?
Real men have
beards. Part of a blowjob, feel in the Adam's apple.
Oh.
Kevin, on the other hand.
No, we're done here, folks.
Yeah, that's it.
I'd like to thank Ed Kennedy and Space for doing such a great job stealing other people's content. I'd like to thank Andy Flatter for doing such a great job putting all of us to sleep at night. Anybody else want to congratulate them in their own way? Let's do it and get out of here. AB, what do you got to say to these two?
Well, fuck you guys. You're boring. You really. And,
fair enough.
Heard that as ever.
And yeah, I mean, go over to Anti-Flatter's channel, give him some shit. Go over to Dead Kennedy's channel, give him some shit, but also buy his shit because it is actually quite good. So, yeah, do it.
And let's turn it to the drunk man of the room, or the drunkest man of the room, Sarcastic Barman.
Why am I the drunkest? I'm not that drunk. You're bullies to me. Anyway, Flatter, fuck you Marmite swilling crazy little fucker. I've been more entertained watching paint fucking dry. Jesus Christ. At least when you put on an outfit, you look more fucking entertaining. And as for DKIS, just to copy you, ditto.
It's too funny. Steamy Cup of Reason, give him some shit, brother.
Absolutely. Yeah. Andy Flatter, you know I love your brother, but even though you're an airplane, I'm a tugboat. And I got a big old rope for you to tug.
Gotta buy me a drink, man.
As for Kevin, same thing, buddy. I love you, brother. I love your content. Congratulations to both of you for 1 year, but I'm
oh no! I killed Kevin!
He flushed Kevin, the bastard!
Poor Kevin.
Oh, fuck me. Logical troglodyte, give us somebody.
Guys, Kevin, Danny Flatter, man, I appreciate you boys. I love you. Thank you so much for making me realize that I am not the least original YouTuber out there.
I love it. Amy Hogan, how about yourself? What do you got to say to your brethren on the panel?
You two are the biggest pains in my arse, but you know what? I love you both, and I'm very honored to have gotten to know you. I love you both.
You just couldn't do it. She's too fucking nice. Taddy, get in here and say something that nobody will understand that'll be really funny, will you?
Oh, you get too bloody chances of that, man. No, man. I have to say that as someone who has 2 mirrors on their channel and nothing else, Flatter, Kennedy, I love you guys, and watching your videos has really inspired me never to make fucking one, because oh my God. If it's as bad as that, no.
The old bait and switch.
Congratulations on the anniversary.
Thanks, man.
Love you too. Love you too. Fucking tuning back. And AB, we've not forgotten, mate.
And let me just say, Kevin, let me just say, you know, for a guy who spends his day hanging out in a fucking bath of mouthwash, you're not too bad, actually, you know, to be honest, right? You know, and I like the flat top because then when I'm using the whole head thing properly, I got a place for my beer. It works out really well. You're a fucking true buddy, man. And Anti-Flatter, since you live yourself upside down, Jesus Christ, it's not like I grab you by the ears. I have to grab you by the fucking feet just to have some fun. I don't know what's worse. I really don't know what's worse. Is having 3 guys from Australia come and stay on my couch because they're backpacking through the country, or having to hear them complain about the stupid fucking New Zealanders that live beside them. But I will say this. It's been a great time tonight, everybody. Glover Chris, thanks for joining us. Pip Barrett, thank you very much for joining. I couldn't even fucking say that right, for God's sakes. Pip, thanks so much for joining us. And Elia was on earlier, so thank you very much for joining us. You're going to be hearing her more on the show coming up soon, everybody. And on that note, let's everybody give a big ol' fuck you to the losers of the evening. Ready? Fuck you.
Fuck all of you too.
Fuck out of here.